Hey there, Drawyah here, and welcome back to Microsoft Flight Simulator, and finally, welcome to the PMDG 7700 NG3. Yes, it's been a long time coming this, but finally, we have our hands on the 737 within Microsoft Flight Simulator. Not, of course, talking about the other one. I'm excited, very excited for it. I mean, this is an airplane I absolutely adore in real life, and, well, the 700 in particular, I've been on one route with it, flying in a jet time aircraft, of course our favourite route on this channel, from Helsinki to London. Yes, so we're going to fly the overall road in this aircraft, so Helsinki Vantaa, Lentosema to London Gatwick Airport, jet time 7700, Oscar Yankee Juliet Tango Sierra tail code. This is an NGXU livery which I just ported over to the NG3, not too difficult to put a few textures around, but yeah, very excited indeed. Seriously, this has been such a long time coming now. I'm so glad finally. So we have our hands on the finally have our hands on the 7.3. Finally. Flight time today about 2.5 hours. This today, 2.5 hours. So let's get everything on the road, shall we? First activate the batteries. So the lights armed. I'm going to quickly bring the ground power units to the aircraft. So we're going to request GPU carts. Have it connected. So in terms of the aircraft's functionality, a lot of the work and a lot of the systems are done on the flight management piece of the FMS. More than you'd think, actually. Ground power active. Set the two RS switches to nav. Going to activate the probe heats. Ah, don't you dare tell me this is frozen. Really? Bear with me. Oh no, we're back. Probe heats on. Window heats on. Just calm down, Drawyah. Calm down. It's a new release. You're excited. Yeah, just check Task Manager. It didn't freeze. Well, it didn't cook out this time, unlike a few other occasions. With the BA146, had a few problems with that freezing. Right. So that's all set. Position lights set to steady. Anti-collision lights off. Local lights are required. Rest lighting not required. Can activate the packs for the sake of getting some air conditioning in the aircraft. Passengers feel more comfortable. And yeah, got some little power units. Yes, I did. Cool. So slowly get myself back into the mind of the 7.3. Just wondering here why the displays haven't started. Should have started with the ground power unit connected. There's something else I've forgotten. Ah, there we go. Cool, systems are all live. Right, head over to the menu, FMC, let's get our aircraft up and running, shall we? So we are currently at Echo Foxtrot Hotel Kilo. Go to remote stand to 1. I'm going to take the GPS left position and paste that into the RS position. That'll take a few minutes to align. I'm just going in approximately 14 minutes to align. We're that far from the equator. The time takes to align an aircraft and any aircraft on the ERS is based on your position from the equator. The further north you are, the longer time it takes to align, and therefore we're going to have to wait a little while for the systems to come to life, which isn't too much of a problem. 15 minutes, what's that anyway? Right, so destination, well, origin is Echo Foxtrot Hotel Kilo, Helsinki, to Echo Golf Kilo, Helsinki London Gatwick. Departing Helsinki. Flight line today is JTD 370, so jet time 370. Look for a J, look for a T, look for a D, look for a 3, look for a 0. Routing should take us too long. For such a long, well, 2.5 hours, not particularly long route this one, directing out over Nunto. From Nunto, fly the Yankee 369 to Recto. I love how responsive the FMS is. You click a button and boom, it's right there. No waits, no delays, it just goes straight in. Next is directed to Demir. See, straight away, missed that in aeroplanes. November 872 to Eel. Then we fly directed to Valco. Also, while we're here, the co-pilot side, FS actions, go through to fuel. Not actually, I'm going to do from the ground services menu. Right, ground service, yeah, that one. Right, so fuel request. Let's grab our fuel in kilos. We need 227. We'll say 22800. That goes into there. We will request a fuel truck, which will start from the aircrafts. Next page, passenger target 137, that goes in there. You should go 1028, because I believe this is a dual cabin, that's fine, cool. We've got stairs in place, I'm going to request the bus to arrive. And as soon as the bus arrives, hopefully boarding, we'll be able to then just start. So bus is arriving, doors are active, that's fine. In terms of the payload today, in terms of baggage, payload is 15.1. So we need to split into 2, don't we? 3.1. Cargo 3.6, that's what we want really. So 3,600. We'd bear pretty much in front, could we? And I'll do it from the both sides. Request a rear loader as well. 1800 kg in LBS. I believe there's a way we can change the kilos. I must admit, I'm not quite sure how it's done. But so the more I fly the aircraft, the more I eventually find out. So 3968 goes there. And 3969 goes in the rear. I'm going to request the carts to arrive. Passenger buses arrive, so passengers start boarding the aeroplane. Hopefully very shortly you'll be able to get the baggage on board as well. Just leave this in a minute. So it's a new aircraft, so the first time running systems they do take a few seconds to catch up. PMDG did say that in the README, something to just kind of expect when the system's going for the first time. But this time, there we go. Right, so there's our bus. To be fair, when we took the flight out of Helsinki, we actually did use the bus to get to the aircraft because it was a remote stand. This stand in particular, 2-1. Baggage carts are arriving. One of them's arrived. Where's the other one gone? He left half the luggage behind. Oh well, flight to aeroplane. Alright, wait for that to arrive, and then we shall start the loading. Same packets as well. So menu, start flight. Flight from Simbrief, so Helsinki to London, 370, 36,000, 2 hours 50. Departure in approximately. Where's the clock on the aeroplane? So it's 37 past 20, 2 minutes departure. 700, passenger count 126, which is the max capacity in this occasion. I need to fix the seat maps this airplane, I must admit. No Wi-Fi, no entertainment, not all luxuries Norwegian aircraft had. I don't think I got safe briefings yet at the time. I could go for Norwegian safe briefing, to be fair, with all the Norwegian operated flights, so I'll go for Norwegian. Yes, the snacks. There was a meal service, but not a free meal service, so we have to get rid of that. Customs cards not required, flight numbers not continue, and with that, passengers start boarding. Cool. As for the baggage, you are ready to start loading, and you've been held from arriving apparently. I wonder why. You do one at a time, fair enough. Right, Valco. So back to our flight plan. From Valco, we fly direct to Galso. Then it's Quebec 63 to Arek. Yankee 4 to Tedborough. Activate that, execute that, and flight plan has been inserted. Still got a few more minutes to the RS line, so I'm going to wait another 8 minutes to that line, so unfortunately I can't check our flight plan just yet. But what we can do at the very least is just, well, look around the aircraft, enjoy the modelling. Has got a cool interior view. Actually not a bad looking one, this. Not bad at all. This is the seat I sat on during my flight, so this is the view I had out the window. My jet time trip. Looks like very, very excited for this one. The only difference is that I flew out in January, so it was middle of the night by 5 PM, but hey ho. It will do. It will do. So how are you in chat today? You guys enjoying yourselves? Hopefully you guys are all what day spend your off from football, on your phone, a cup of tea, very nice. Fly right now, House to Copenhagen, but use that sim, very good. Show to cabin, yep. There you go, PMDG setup, displays, wait units, have a look. So go to the menu, setup, displays, and then there's all weights units, option to the kilos, perfect. Thank you very much, dude. Much appreciated. Much appreciated. It's going to make my life a lot easier now. So, how are we with the baggage setup? You're still loading. I'll sort it soon. Fuel. Fueling is not complete yet. Back to it. Still boarding. Almost board actually. Almost done. Back to the legs page. That's what we can do. This is a meter. I'll get a weather source out for our departure as well. So, get our weather, shall we?
Winds 200. Sky clear at 16 knots. Altimeter 1020. Their temperature 12 degrees Celsius. 170 to 230. Visibility 10 kilometers. Winds.
Cool, that's our weather. So altimeter 1020. Winds aren't too bad. They're reporting 220 16 knots. A bit of a headwind on the departure. Expecting runway 22 left on the way out. But for the most part, should be pretty standard. Let's catch up again. Welcome, Safra, how you doing? Welcome to the channel. Chat, how you today, dude? We'll pause the crash. Let's have on long haul flights. Your memory, IVAO. Look at upgrading your RAM or your graphics card because it's running out of memory. It's crashing. Right, departure. Departing runway 22 left. There's no non-to departure, so we can fly direct out. Activate that. Yeah, straight out to Nonto really. Nothing else to do. Head over to the visualization. Order 0 for weights and test gravity from the airplane. So let the aircraft do that for us. Our reserves on board today is 2.8. Doing kilos now, makes my life a lot easier, like I say. Thank you very much for that. Cost next day, 23. Cruising altitude of flights level 360. Winds at cruising altitude, they are reporting. So top climb 360, 284 at 38. 284 at 38 knots. Not too strong today, which is very good. Transition altitude, go to grab the charts for Helsinki. Departure charts. Transition 5,000 feet. So that will go into that. And finally, N1 limits. We'll use mid-climb performance to a mid-D rate. Do that, sorry. Back performance, that's fine. N1 limits, so mid-climb, mid-takeoff. Then we flaps 5 departure, 127, rotate 129, B2135, and centre gravity 29.1%, requiring a trim at 4.64. So get that trimmed up. And 135, B2. There's no ATC, so we'll go straight to 360 for climb outs. And of course Helsinki tag was aligned before now in the starts. 360. Flight directors on and on. I think for the most part, apart from the RS, just taking a few more minutes to align, another 3 minutes to go. We are pretty much ready to get going. So the attitude on the pressurization to 3.6. Across from fuel, so we can start the APU. We need to start moving. Oh yeah, so you're getting the rest of things with motor flights now. Slowly getting numbers in, especially with the aircraft variety. It's really good, really good. I'm really glad that Tim's. Hang on release. Why can't you load? Well, for some reason the front carts are being held. It's half passengers' luggage being held somewhere. I'm guessing it's something linked to do with the cargo trucks or something. Ah! Is it the fuel truck that's in the way? Is that why we can't get the, Let's have a quick look. Targets, the fuel is done. Release the fuel truck. Passenger boarded now, so you can actually release the stairs. Release you go to the bus. Also, yeah, very nice to have proper ground service in Flight Sim now as well. That's nothing we've all been waiting for. Finally get our hands on proper ground services airplane. Yeah, the PMDG servers were a little bit slow last night, so I decided basically, well, aborted mission, try again today, and it's worked a lot better today, so it's always good to see. Just confirm the calculation case was correct. 10,341. Yeah, that's perfect. Plenty of fuel. Cool. Yeah, so all I'm looking for now is where the heck our front carts have gone for the fuel. We calculated that. So line route 36 rotate. Then arrived, and sorry passengers, we're going to have to leave half your luggage behind, with ground crew have actually mentioned losing Helsinki. Great start, great start. But I've got to say, the 737-700, it looks absolutely gorgeous in this platform. It really, really does. I mean, we've been waiting for the 710 for a long time, and finally have our hands on it. And has it been worth it? To catch up, Sim? And the answer is yes. Yes, it really has been. Just give it a minute. So the more you fly the airplane, as it knows all the processes, systems, what needs to load, what needs to go, what needs to render, or it doesn't, it will eventually catch up. So the first time you fly this airplane, do expect the odd pause here and there. It's not necessarily bad performance, it's just the aircraft physically needs to, well, kind of know what it's doing. Here we go, here comes our carts. Thank you, ground crew as well, for walking them over. I'll let you get into position, and I'll let you load up the front passenger package. Oh, I'm very happy, Paul. Very happy. How to use the airplane? Same as the other aircraft, Albin. Same as every other aircraft. Don't tutorial on the loading process, so definitely worth checking it out. What do I think of the plane? Well, I've not actually flown it yet, Elias. This is my very first flight in the 700s. But so far, in terms of the functionality and systems, very, very good. Right, so I've got the front cart load. Got a minute to go on the RS. Yep, there we go. RS just aligned. There we go. That's what we want to see. Right, so we go step by step on the flight plan and make sure everything is in order. So step, 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 step. Also, I can zoom out a little bit more. Yeah, so far so good. Pretty standard stuff, and it takes us right to the Helsinki Gatwick, which we'll then use transport to get us into land. Very good. Gatwick, expecting runway, hopefully it's 26 standing today. Yep, 26 left, so it should be a nice straight approach for us today. On there, just to recenter the backup indicator. TCAS is off now, that's fine. I don't think we've got a weather radar yet. Weather radar, oh, we have got weather. We've got weather, we've got terrain. So we have got a lot, it is getting there. We don't have VOR2, that's fine, got VOR1, which can turn off now since we're not requiring any of that on the ground. Right, so we'll leave that off for now because again, we're on the ground, so it's really text. Again, also beautiful blue clear skies, really. There's nothing around us to detect. Activate traffic radar if we need to, if there's any aircraft that's around us, that's no problem. Runway 22 left is pretty much just behind us, so if I grab the charts for that, right, taxi charts, departure charts, or runway charts, even there we go. So I'm going to push, well, I'm even push actually, I'm going to go straight forward, so get the stands charts, push forward onto Alpha Charlie, so Alpha Charlie, Alpha Delta onto Zulu. And so stands to 121, taxis Alpha Charlie, Alpha Delta, Zulu, holding Zulu Alpha, runway 22 left, directs out I'll do, it's fine. Right, so that's our routing all determined. There's no SID, so going straight onto into our first waypoint. Yeah, and that's pretty much everything ready to go now, apart from the forward baggage. As soon as you've done, we can pretty much go straight out. APU generators on, APU bleed on. No need to use any fuel pumps, the aircraft will automatically pour fuel from the left-hand tank. Fuel down can come on. Seatbelts also come on, so start fueling. And pretty much that's that. Go to ground power unit if we want to. So that's all gone, that's all gone. Ground power unit release. DH mean on MCG, it's the decision heights, Chad. It's the decision heights. It's when you get your minimums called out when you're planning an approach. Phoenix F20, I believe. Well, last I heard, it's around $40, something like that. It's not likely to be too expensive, based on what I've heard. But I've not heard. There's no confirmation. This is kind of just this is hearsay. This is hearsay. I've heard around $40, but I can't actually confirm it because I don't actually know what's coming out with it. Right. So all we're waiting for now are the forward baggage loaders. That is almost done. You can go back to the departure reference for the sake of my departure calculations. Turn, how are you doing? Channel, chat, how's today, dude? How are you doing? Will I get the other PMDG variants? Yes, I will. ET, yes, I absolutely will. I'd be mental to miss any of those. So I do like my 737s, and so far, it's only a 700. It's not quite the grand in the 7800, but honestly, who can blame them? At the end of the day, PMDG got to make their money. We got to get ourselves a good release. It's going to be things that kind of match up and add up, but eventually things will come out very, very good for us. It's going to be a wait, but we've got something to play with now. Yesterday we had nothing to play with, so this is the one we're looking at. Alright, almost done. 1500, another 290, about 300 to go now. Actually, 300 to go. I'm expecting about 7 minutes, so we'll be departing on time. That's not a problem. Liveries it comes with, I'll go through the PMDG manager loader in a minute. It doesn't come with jet time. Jet time's a livery I put together from the old NGXU version of the aircraft, because it's the same model, just flips around. But I'll show you the livery that comes with in a bit. I don't know why planes cost more than the game to buy. That's the way Flight Sim's always been, Morty Panic. That's the way it's always been in Flight Sim. Welcome to Flight Sim if you're new. Now again, when it comes to detail of aircraft, it more comes down to the level of detail more than anything else. So you are paying a premium, but you do receive premium products. Right, detaching and get rid of the carts now, the loader, remove the chocks. I'm going to stay on the parking brake for now. And I think pretty much we are ready to go. So, I'm going to activate the anti-collision lights, let ground create engine start up. We're not going to push back since there's no real place for us to push back. Well, we can taxi straight out, it's not a problem for us. Hydraulic system metrics on. Going to turn off the packs, and we are going to start the fuel pumps. We've got centre fuel. The answer is yes, yes we do. 2.5 tons of nats. Right, start engine 2. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to watch the N2. The exhaust temperature is quite high actually, I must admit, already 170 at this point. But when that's at around 24. Engine 2, fuel flow, start. Now the fuel flow, exhaust temperature, and N2. Make sure that doesn't hit the red zone. That's a nice stable start. It should come out together quite nicely. absolutely missed that sound. So yeah, we're using Norwegian Airlines safety briefing, but my flight to Gatwick was a Norwegian flight operated by Jetliner, so it all makes sense. Right, start switch releases, engine 1 starts. Flight time 2 hours and 50 minutes, 2 hours and 50 minutes, just under 3 hours. Hopefully get ourselves a bit ahead of schedule. Gen 2. Engine 1, fuel flow starts. Watch the exhaust, watch the N1. Yeah, that I must say EGT mean that should at the moment just reporting it outside air temperature. Unless Helsinki is currently at 152 degrees centigrade, I don't think the temperature's quite this high. Yes, Ryanair 700 Noah. It's Sierra Victor. It's used as a training aircraft at Ryanair. It's a training aircraft. Right, switch to release, engines to continuous. Turn off the APU bleed, engine bleeds are active, switch the generators to the engines, APU off, and packs to auto. So get the air conditioning for the aircraft. Taxi lights on, alerts the AC that we're going to taxi, parking brake released, and well, let's get going, shall we? It's my first actual flight in the 73. No practice. I mean, it's an aircraft I've already got fair familiarisation with through the. Hang on. What's my first time taxiing? So needs to catch up, doesn't it? I've got fair familiarisation through X-Plane and other PMDG versions, so I'm well aware of what this aircraft's capable of. Just in case now translating that skill into a new platform. I hope. Parking brake. There we go, right. It's going to crash into the tug there, that's the problem. That's 5 degrees. There with it, it's a new system, I haven't used it yet. It'll get there. Like I said, the more you use the aircraft, when you start using systems and giving the rendering, the processing enough to do, it catches up. It's always been like that in Microsoft Flight Sim. Well, you love new aircraft, always a pain to get going for the first time. Right. I should have done a quick flight control check. I'll do that now while I'm here. Elevators are active. Ailerons are active. Rudder is active. Spoilers up. Spy key not linked to the default 6. I'll double check that configuration a bit. Okay, bear with me. Andrew's releasing around September, Recon. I think they announced the date for that one. Around September, that's the 800. Now bear with me while I figure out the spoilers. So spoilers, obviously not linked. I think they're linked to an axis, not a normal switch. So that'll take a bit of figuring out, won't it? Okay, we'll get there. No, yeah, 17,000 nodes will tell Harry, yes, but in the settings in the FMS, you can choose between tiller or rudder controls. Is it 1st of August, did they say? 1st of August, but yeah, subject to change. Yes, 77 is capable of autoland port. 77 does have Cat 3 autoland enabled. Going to cross a runway. This is not an active runway at the moment, but I'll double check both sides just in case. So, right side clear. but you I don't think you can't steer and right click to look around at the same time. Left side clear. Yeah, so as you do these aircraft again, you'll find all the quirks they had, you'll find out if there's anything that's a little bit iffy, but for the most part, it should be okay. L nav, B nav, armed. L nav on arm. No configuration incorrect. There's no takeoff config warning when you update the throttle, that's fine. So what's up the L nav? Should just be straight out to Nunto.
We're ready for departure.
Thank you, cabin crew. Okay, that's how nav goes. Auto throttle, alarm the auto throttle once you're on the runway. Spiders subject to takeoff, or auto brake set subject to takeoff. You actually need to arm spiders in the 737, it's not an Airbus. Right. Now we're into hold position just for the sake of announcing our departure. Throttle output, very powerful this. Alright, reset U. That disappears. Our nav won't play ball just yet. Will it go and go? Yeah, definitely a chrono in this aircraft, Lewis. Definitely a chrono. Auto throttle armed. Let's just catch up. Got a feeling we'll do the same for autopilot as well. We activate that for the first time. Give it a second. Yes, Captain Scoop, this is the PMDG 737. Can you open the window? Check that in a second. The answer is no. No click spots. Window stays shut, I'm afraid. Yes, you arm the spiders for landing, but not for departure. Now, as I would mod, you can click on this little button here for the N1. Sadly, not a feature of the PMDG, so what we have to do is lean forward and lean over to this switch. Hang on. Self-centered. There's two buttons, one for takeoff, one for throttle to connect. We want that one. Knots, hundreds, one rotates, gear up, flight director, right forget, start the chrono. Arms, perfect. Right, so what we're going to do, follow the flight director, keep the crosshairs in the centre, get this aircraft on the routes. Also remembered, also need to turn on the transponder, which is just down here. Push the brakes, lock, whoops, not down, sorry, need to lock it into the centre position. There we go, and the gear locked. Expect your pilots and the aircraft now take full command. You can already see our altitude from the airport. This thing climbs like a rocket. And the 700, even the 600 as well, they are known as pocket rockets because you've got full output engines CFM36Bs, but with very little payload and very little weight. So as a result, these aircraft just fly out of the gates. That's one, and that's come up. How's it compared to Zybo? I mean, there is similarity in that both are very highly functional 737s, but I don't know, there's something about the PMDG Shine which really works. Zybo, I don't know, so I've not really flown much of this aircraft yet, I've only just picked it up. In terms of dynamics, I'm expecting the Zybo to feel better, because blade element theory has always trumped the data tables of Microsoft Flight Simulator, but it really sounds to the systems of this aircraft. Systems will be the make or break moment, so as we fly, we'll give it a go, have a feel for the airplane, and just see how it feels throughout the flight today. 3 hours 50 on the clock, hopefully we'll get ourselves ahead of schedule, passing 5,000 feet, out of standard, and since both sides, thank you very much. I'm excited, I am excited. It's finally, it's a 737 from Microsoft Flight Sim, been waiting for this for a long time. Longer than you think, longer than you think. Next stop, London Gatwick Airport. We have also got these external views as well set up. So in terms of what we've got set up for the captain's side, first officer, overheads, FMS, GoPro. Bringing that up a little bit more and then push it down a little bit, more GoPro-y. Left seat behind the wing, right seat in front of the wing. This is my seat when I flew 737 in real life. Back of the cabin, and you've got external front, external back. There's my custom view set for the 7.3. Let's leave it in this view for a little bit. Let's get ourselves the full feel of the passenger. If you can't tell, I'm very excited. Oh yes, that was an ambulance there, Paul. That was an ambulance heard. Alright, passing through 10,000 feet. Of course, something's not going to have to load, so give it 7 seconds, it will catch up, and it will carry on our trip to London. Oh yeah, the Aerosoft 330 should be pretty good. Also, looking at, keep an eye open on the default X-Plane 330, and that comes out in a couple of weeks. That's going to be quite something. We're going to have to landing lights on. Let's see. I'm hang on. You not press the button. There we go, can do. Yeah, so excited to take off. I forgot to turn on the landing lights. We'll get there, we'll get there. So wait, you just click on that? Yeah, that's fine. Click, scroll. Right, 10,000 feet. Same as Flyby, Albin, same as Flyby for the wing views. Same as every other aircraft ever in Microsoft Flight Simulator. Right, so I've been airborne for 4 minutes now. Speed increases, passing 10,000. So far, so good. I mean, it's straight line path from our flight path anyway, so I'll probably get rid of the seatbelt sign again without any fewer problems. So that comes off, that comes off. Now you have it. Sit back, relax, enjoy your flight, passengers. Do you prefer Aerosoft 330 or X-Plane 330? No idea, Hiko. Neither of them are released yet for Microsoft Flight Sim or X-Plane 12. Right, let's go through our passenger cabin, shall we? Let's go through all the names. Are there any people you recognise? Give us a shout and we'll have their stats. There will be too many people recognise on board today. You never know, we may get someone. We've got Jeffrey Reed, not quite Jared Reed, but we've got his brother Jeffrey. Apart from that, pretty standard cabin. Yeah, no names, that's fine. So I have got an actual 700 seat mount somewhere with the full capacity, but obviously after reinstalling packets, I got overwritten, so I had to recreate it. Same I did for the level up 700, I flew that with Southwest Airlines a little while ago and that released. That can go back to the engines page, onto the engines. Go to the continuous now, since we're well above the actual requirements of that. So far so good. Yeah, seatbelt's already off. No what? Seatbelt's already off. So we know the 2.3 is for the MDG 7.4. Yes, well, probably even more than that to be fair, Astro. I mean, the 737 has been in development since even before Microsoft Flight Sim was announced and released. They've been working on this aeroplane for 30 months, I think it said. 30 months of development, so it's been a long time coming, this. Overlay JC, this was created in FlyLive Studio. You create your own overlays in FlyLive Studio. That's what I created myself. Simple, but it gets all your numbers out there. Passing it through flight level 170, 70,000 feet. So far, so good. TKC, trust me, I've been very excited to stream it. I've been waiting a long time for the PMDG 73. Fair enough to get early access for this one. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. But I don't know. Sometimes the wait's even the wait for a product is even worth it. Jet time 737-700. Again, not a default livery. This is a livery for the NGXU that I basically ported this flight sim and made compatible with the NG3. So I can't release it, I'm afraid. That's what I can't do because I don't actually own the files themselves. I've made someone else's livery compatible. When tutorials dropping, I need to create them at some point in the journal. I haven't created tutorials yet because again, no early access. I want to create tutorials 737 family. I really do. Just get time for it, really. You watch Mr. Beast? Not really. So, climbing through, about to pass through 20,000 feet, flight level 270. So far so good, the aircraft handling thing's alright. Seems a little bit of a bob up and down, nothing too major. That, I just go into turbulence to be fair. Also again, absolutely love the scenery out in the west of Finland. As you come towards the Turku area, I mean, it's just islands and islands and islands, and they're absolutely beautiful. Program software from Flying the Haughty, everything's in the description for this flight today. Whenever I do a flight, everything I use, I just stick it down in the description for everyone to have a look. Will PMDG make a Max? They want to make a Max. They have announced that they will do one at some point, but the answer is not yet. They're still releasing the NG family of 73s. Maxes, they do them, will come out later. Go with the 800. Oh yeah, same here, TKC. As soon as that 800 releases, it's Ryanair ops for days. I'll never look back, never look back. Let's him catch up. Again, once he's on one full flight in 737, the rest of the flights will be smooth. Because again, it's the first time we're using the airplane, so all of a sudden, it's got so many systems to load. Here's the outside, Jacob. Here's the outside of your 737. So it's been a long time coming. So happy to just finally have my hands on it. Don't plan to stand by anything for Captain Sim, Noah. I think most people get the message why it's got no cockpits. So in terms of routes, I mean, this is the only route I've been on real life in the 700, so anything we do from now on, pretty much is kind of free reign. Fly wherever you want, give me some suggestions, we'll give it a go. The 700 is fairly popular in, well, so they've got a few operators in Europe, so Jet Time, the new Jet Time operate it, KLM operate it, I think there's a few, there's a few package holiday companies out in Eastern Europe as well that operate as well, so you get a few operators 700 in Europe. In the States, in America, you get quite a few 700 operators as well through Southwest Airlines. They're the biggest operators of the type. There's plenty of route variety for it. Okay, in a second, I'll go through the actual liveries tour, the PMDG Operations Manager, and I'll show you kind of what is available in terms of default liveries for the aeroplane. Seconds to put together some screenshots for Volanta. How am I feeling? Two Belgian, yeah, that's it. Two Belgian operators as well. So in terms of timeline, so the 737-700 released yesterday on my birthday, thank you PMDG, best gift you could have ever given. The 600 released on June 20th, the 800 on August 1st, and the 900 on September 12th. But yes, I'm very happy in the gamer, very, very happy. Finally get to buy this beauty. Yes, Drawyah remodelling the A320neo, something they've been wanting to do for a little while now. Finally, kind of have the tools and team to do it. So we get a new model of the A320neo soon. Fair enough, it means that we'll get a lot of issues with deliveries initially, but in the future, you get a better model for a better looking aeroplane. So it will balance out in the end. Any long haul flights planned in the near future? Not really got to plan this. Lots of 737 flights planned for the future, but not long haul at the moment, I'm afraid. Unless there are any long haul 700 flights, then give me a shout. Man, just look at this thing. look at this. Islands from the wing of a 737, American flights. Oh, this is long waited. Just calm down, Drawyah. Relax. It's only a 7.3. Only a 7.3, just one you've been waiting for a long time. Right, let's go through the PMDG Operations Manager. Let me try and find it 2 seconds. PMDG. It's going to be in the program files, isn't it? Yes. Right, yeah, bear with me. PC health check. That one. It's going to be not to you. Files not to you. Where is it installed to the PMDG Operations Manager? Okay, do it this way then. PMDG Operations Center, let it load. So, this is essentially the brains of the PMDG 737 that we've got. At the moment, it's only one simulator installed, 2 don't on Steam. Well, I've got it on Steam, so I installed it. So, PMDG 73700, we're going to go for the standard passenger variant, all operators, no filters, all visible for us. So, this is all the default every time it comes with Aerolíneas Argentinas, Aeromexico, Alaska Airlines, ANA or Nippon, Delta, Ethiopian, GOL, KLM, Lucky Air, Luxair, Olympic Airways again, Ryanair, which is Sierra Victor, Scandinavian, Smart. Oh yeah, forget Scandinavian operate them as well. Scandinavian operate them. Smart Wings, Southwest, Sterling, United, Virgin, WestJet, and WestJet. So, not too many airlines. I mean, these are the operators of it here. And the one I'm flying right now, this is a third-party mod that I just put together for the sake of jet time. Yeah, these are all default liveries the aircraft comes with. I'm not quite sure what the verified means. There you go. Livery fleet. Okay, so all the config options also link to the real aircraft. So each aircraft has its own configuration file, which it can come with one, and that's what I guess verified means, because it links to their current real-world operations. So that's kind of the bare bones of it. It's got utilities as well, so any third-party liveries you can then just download from other websites and stick onto this through the PTP pack, which is the PMDG transport something another. Yeah, so it's all pretty standard. All PMDG products have come with this at some point in the past. That's the that's kind of what you're looking at when it comes to PMDG. Just look at that. Look at that. It's so beautiful. I'm gonna cry. So now leaving Finland, we'll fly over the sea for a little bit. Soon we'll be ending up over Sweden, through Sweden to Denmark, Denmark cut through north to Germany, Germany to Netherlands, and then Netherlands into the United Kingdom. Flying to Santos Dumont, not at the moment. TKC, not at the moment. Not in this aeroplane, European Flash. I'll wait for the 800 for the Ryanair ups. The 700 will stick to airlines that really operate it. Ryanair's got one aircraft, but it's not really used for passenger operation. It's a aircraft that you can essentially hire to fly, or training ops for the Ryanair staff. I wouldn't call Newark to Seattle a long haul flight, Keenan. That's 3.5 hours. It's not long haul. It's medium haul at best. So if we're going to fly to Jakarta, Turkish, very nice. My next flight is on Sunday. Actually, no, my flight's on Saturday, flying the Dragon Rapide. Sunday, flying Ryanair from Stansted to Rzeszów, and then on Tuesday, from Rzeszów back to Luton. It's been nice actually after the Rzeszów-Luton leg. Once or twice in the past, in a couple of years. Now that my supply systems... Oh yeah, I'll soon explain it again then, John. So if I ever do the streams of Gary again, because I know people really enjoyed that. I know Gary doesn't use Microsoft Flight, he only uses Explain, so any videos to do with Gary will be on Explain. And there are aircraft on there as well, which I'll do at some point in the future. So I know that later this year I'm flying the A350 in real life, and so I'll do a video in the A350 flight factor at some point to go with it. Also, Explain 12 is around the corner, so Explain 12, I'll definitely do a lot of video on that when it comes out. There is still reason for Explain. I adore Microsoft Flight Sim, it's beautiful in terms of how it looks. But there's no reason for me to abandon Explain just yet, because also the 77800 is on there as well. It's only a 700, so I can't do. If I do Ryanair ups, I have to go back to Explain for that as well. Still a reason to go back. It's not over yet, I'm afraid. Not over yet. That, I just like Xplane's platform as well. Xplane's a very good platform. Feels really good. Systems-wise, still very good. There's no reason to really not go back to it, to be fair. Headwind 900 creates FlyWire 0.80, yes. Keep an eye on that one. Also, someone asked for an EFB. The answer is no. There's no tablet, no flight pad, no EFB tablet on board. This is all done on the on the FMS. PMDG have really gone for EFBs. They did it on the DC6 because there was a requirement for it to have some one system. But for 737, they've never done it in the past. Actually, tell a lie. I'm sure they did EFB for the NGXU, did they not? There's one place to check, and that's this. PMDG setup, go to aircraft, equipment. Does it allow us to bring up any electronic flight bag? You never know, maybe there is an option just hidden away somewhere. E-top, short battery, cargo fires, 5. Default auxiliary fuel systems, analog standby displays. Steel brake packages, which do wear out, so these we will care about in the airplane as well as also maintenance. Aircraft does have maintenance requirements, so if you need to repair something, you need to repair it. Ah, there you go. Single class cabin, that's what I wanted. No Wi-Fi antenna installed, also vision no, so there's no EFB set up, so we're going to do it. Oh yeah, there you go, it now removes the partition. And the capacity, is that increased as well? The answer is probably actually. Menu, no, back, flight settings. EFB is coming, okay, so there's something I'm going to add, are they? Very good. Hopefully in the next few weeks. Good. Let Sim catch up again. I feel like we're going to be slightly late on our arrival. Mostly just Sim just catching up with his own systems. So you get payload now got from 127 to 148, so that has bumped up quite nicely. So in the future we shall just do that. Cool. To our left hand side, we're just spotting in the distance Estonia. So Estonia out there. In terms of the weather at Gatwick, a bit more cloudy than this, so weather will start to pick up at some point during the flights. Just to our right, looking out to the island of Arlanda, Maryharm, somewhere down there. On the left hand side as well, we'll soon be flying over Gotland, which is the islands just to the east of Sweden. I presume that's where you're from. Gotland is far marked, based on the name alone. Yeah, it should be a good old flight this. It's a 737, it can't be a bad flight, surely not. Waited too long for this moment. Trim's having a moment. Trim? Yeah, what's trim? Yes, the LSS coming out in something like 10 should be pretty good for the visual side of things. 77800 versus A320 Neo. Well, if you're going to compare the aircraft, compare the same generation at least, either A320 CEO and NG or Max and Neo. But say I've always been a Boeing person. I've always liked my Boeing aircrafts. I've always liked my Boeing operation, Boeing everything to be fair. So sorry, it's an unfair fight, but Boeing 737. Yeah, I never picked up the Drawyah. Not ever interested in that aeroplane, so thank you MDG for filling the void for us. Did you get this? No, do not TKC. The Captain Sim 777 is not worth it. If you want to spend money on a good aeroplane, like, well, in terms of good jetliners, you've now got quite a few. I mean, you've got the PMDG 737. You've got the Aerosoft CRJ, that's all really good. You've got the MD-80 from Leonardo. So you've got 3 good. Also the BAE-146 from Just Flight. So you've got 4 decent jetliners down Flight Sim, and those numbers are slowly growing. Fair enough. 2 of them aren't really well. BA146 has got quite a bit of operation. The MD8 is also still in operation, not really much of it. The 700, of course, still very active, and the CRJ also still very active as well. So you've got quite a few operations, these are two of them. But yeah, Captain Sim, Railrock 3D, not recommended. Virtual Coil, they're alright. They're not my kind of quality. I want a bit better when it comes to my aircraft, but Virtual Coil, they're not a bad option. They're not trying to pretend they're something they're not. I can respect them for that. I owned a couple of their products for FSX actually back in the day. Their CRJ family I owned. I'm trying a lot of aircraft as well from them, so yeah, I can respect them as a developer, but the Microsoft Flight Sim, they're not the quality that I'm quite looking for anymore. Now the one thing I need to do a bit of a check on in 737, our Spider is now an axis, not a switch control. I'll ask on the Discord. Oops, let's catch up again. How does the plane feel like? It's very nimble. I mean, Zybe I'd say feels a bit heavier than this. This is very, very nimble, very agile, very quick. It's not a bad feeling. I feel like Zybe takes the edge when it comes to dynamics. Just because by element theory, there's that moment to kind of, I guess, relax the systems a little bit. It's not a bad feeling, but so it feels almost a bit too nimble for a commercial jetliner. But again, I'm not a real 73 pilot. Who am I to say? I know that Flight Deck to Sim has commented on both aircraft, and he says that the Zyber does feel better than the PMDG. Yeah, it's little pocket rockets. I guess that's the fun of it. We are at cruise level 360. Been here for a little while now. So really, at this point, it's just sit back, relax, enjoy the flight. Because there's not really much else to talk about or do at this point. It has to be never flown 747, only 78. I've never been on either aircraft. South, I've never been on either. I should have flown 747 and 777, but COVID, so that's ended very quickly. My trip to New York cancelled. Hopefully this year I'll do New York, but wait and see for that. I've done a tutorial on the camera controls, Jason. Watch the tutorial or check your simulator keybind settings. Let's go through the cabin, shall we? I think I was already looked at the cabin in the airplane yet. So we've got two lavatories at the back, one left, one right. We've got the rear galley, which is actually pretty well modelled for the 73. It's kind of Concorde level detail. Oh yeah, Concorde as well, not a decent jetliner, albeit FMS rather than INS. Yeah, you got your coffee mugs, you've got your lockers, you've got your heating units, you've got your trolleys. You've got everything you need at the front of an aeroplane, so at the back of an aeroplane. You have the same at the front, we'll go through that in a minute. A couple of jump seats to the left and right. That'd be not the most comfy looking jump seats in the world, that. Okay, just to the left, no jump seats to the right. I guess capacity doesn't require that many jump seats. We go through the cabin. Toilet's not modelled, so there's nothing in there for us to look at. Makes use of the Boeing Sky interior, so you have got the moulding of the Sky LED lighting throughout the cabin. You see blue lighting just on both edges. Where are the passengers? Oh, we left them behind, Paul, I'm afraid. We left them behind. Yes, it's all good. terms of the seating details, you got your seat back, I guess magazine holder, you got a tray table, no basket or anything like that, there's no little pocket for us to put stuff into. Let's just top it now. Overhead, so you've got your face masks, you've got your lighting, you've got your box, your air conditioning, it's all there, it's all there. Overhead bins, of course. Honestly, for a cabin that you're not really supposed to go in, it's not bad. Your last flight was 737 in 2021. My last flight in 737 was 2 weeks ago. Jet 2, 737-300. No, tell a lie. No, I flew the 737-600 most recently. That was in Tunisia a week ago. Yeah, my most recent flight was in the 737-600, just to not to brag. I got 2 opening exits, one left, one on the right. So the wing in the middle of the airplane. A little bit of extra leg room for that row as well, for the sake of passenger escape. Again, for the most part, it's a pretty standard cabin layout. So there's your door. Winglets are, well, winglets can define everything basically. Sharklets are the A320neo blended wingtips at the end of their wings, the 320 family. Yeah, winglets is just the generic term for every single end of wing device basically. Flying Barshman, how you doing? Channel. Chat, how's they doing, dude? How are you? Oops, let's catch up again. Bear with it. And that's why I don't give FlightNet Sim for copy, because they don't want me comparing. Pretty much. Oh yeah, if we can get cabin designs in this aircraft, it'd be fantastic. Especially with the, if we get a Ryanair kind of blue and yellow, that'd be fantastic. The 800 releases. What did I see in Top Gun DLC? Not too sure. Fun fact, I've never seen Top Gun. There you go. I've never watched Top Gun. I should, but I've never. Welcome to the front galley. A very bolstered cockpit, I must say. Ugh, really secure in this thing today. Oh, hang on. Oh. Is this where the backup display? So when he changed the... Hang on. So if I'm flying a cargo version airplane, that's the cargo panel down there. That is the smoke detectors and fire suppression system. That's part of it. Is this the cockpit kind of leaking out the door? Okay, fair enough. Well, we won't look at that. Yeah, pretty sad stuff here. You've got a few jump seats on the right hand side, a few more cupboards and systems. There's a little computer there as well, which controls the cabin systems. Lavatory on the left, you've got the coffee machine, some of the fridges there. A few more trolleys down there. Coffee machine at the front. And yeah, these are fridges, and then the heating units at the back of the airplane. So that's where hot food's done. So like hot food's done. But yeah, again, it's a pretty standard cabin layout. So you can't really fault it. It's a 737-300. Sorry, 737-700. What more do you want? Right, back to the cockpit. Speaking of which, if I look down now, so I presume I'm going to have a guess that what's out there are essentially the backup displays. Or kind of the units that you switch out. So if I go to the FMS and then switch from, like, I don't know, this to that or whatever, the systems that are inactive are kind of hiding in the back. So they're inactive, but they're still required to run the aircraft. So they kind of jump to the back, hide them, and then do a swap to the front. So it makes sense. It's kind of just one way to move the system without you interacting with it. Look out to the left, so we can now see the northern tip of Gotland, which is the island to the east of Sweden, which I presume is the home of Gotland's farmer. Always pops into chats. Ryanair, there is a Ryanair livery for it, Ivan. I'm not going to fly it because Sierra Victor, it's not really an aircraft Ryanair use all that often as such. Yes, it is your home, there we go. See, I can guess where you live. It's like, I'm going to have a presumption that Flying Welshman is from Wales. I don't know, who else can I make a guess? Gotskasund. Is that, I presume, the Swedish pronunciation for it? Gotskasund? Oh, that one. That's Gotskasund. There we go. Not really streaming data? Oh yeah, it kind of is. I guess not really much in satellite data. Thank you very much to Diego there for the 37 pen. Give me a second. Thank you very much for the 37 Peruvian Soul. There we go. I've had Peruvian Soul before. Thank you very much, dude. Much appreciated. And your message was, actually another 737, but you have an issue with the mouse handling. Only left click works. I thought that you should adjust the mouse behavior. Can you help? I must admit, I've not had any problems with the mouse tool so far. I mean, I can still operate this. If we go to landing, look, I can scroll. I can left click. I don't think you're really supposed to right click the airplane. I mean, right click's always been in Microsoft Flight Sim, got default camera movements. So I don't quite know what you're looking for in terms of right click. You either scroll or you click. But not every aircraft has the click functionality. So I know the MD-80, that's a big one for it. The MD-80, you're not supposed to click switches, you're supposed to scroll. So what I can suggest really is try the mouse wheel, and let me know how you get on with that, because that's what most of these aircraft will probably go for. Mouse. Gotska Sundon, a Swedish name. It's the eye made of sand. There we go. So that's very white, so I guess relatively low in terms of the satellite imagery. It's a sand island. Gotska Sand, there we go. Yeah, actually you can see that. It's bank on the sand, pretty much just the whole thing up in the sand. Handle liveries range, you do liveries on the PMDG Operations Centre. The Operations Centre, the way you do liveries in this aeroplane. And then this livery is actually for the NGXU, the P3D version of PMDG. I just ported it to Microsoft Flight Sim, the NG3, for the sake of flying jet time. Yeah, there is still an issue with emails at the moment, Lukai. What I would suggest is wait a little bit longer. If it doesn't arrive, then, well, I'll just get for support, really, because last night there's, well, they use a third-party server for their emails and product keys and that kind of stuff. Problem is, last night, it pretty much just exploded at them because it got so overwhelmed, so there are still issues with missing keys, and they did say that they will all catch up eventually with all missing keys. Just need to be a bit more patient with it. The system was down from about 11 PM, well, yeah, 11 PM UK last night, so 2200 Zulu to about 0400 Zulu. So it went down for 11 PM UK time, came back at 5 in the morning, so it's a good thing I didn't stay up all night to wait for it. Gear PMDG 77, I'd say so, Nick. I mean, I'd recommend any 737 to be fair. I absolutely adore this aircraft, but PMDG, they've always been a good thing for quality. If you want a 737 in Microsoft Flight Sim, you're not going to get any better than this at the moment, and not for a long, long time. So, would I recommend it? Yes, yes I could. And again, it's a 737 for Microsoft Flight Simulator. What more do you want? Right, to our right, some islands, some lands, there we go. Somewhere in that mix is going to be Stockholm. Stockholm, Sweden. If you're playing conduct, you have to do it manually every time you load the aircraft. Not every time, Diego. What you can do is if you go to menu, setup. So you set, there you go, startup states. You can set so if you go to, so you go cold dark. What you've got to do is just type in cold dark, and just save that as startup state, and that should then update it to, well, every time you start. So I won't do it this time because you know flying, but when I'm on the ground, I'll probably do it later. Change the startup state to cold dark, and then the aircraft should just start in cold and dark. That's kind of how it works with PMDG startup states. Now, I've got to have a look. How many 737-700 have we got in the air right now? B737. All of a sudden, it's the most popular aircraft on the network. And somewhere in here I'll be there in my little jet time. There you go, JCD370, Helsinki to Gatwick, currently en route, Microsoft Flight Sim 2020. Here we are. It's good so far, really, really good. I'm really enjoying this. Slowly increasing the screenshot count on this. I also will do at some point is create an aircraft for this on Volanta. So let's do it now, shall we? So create an aircraft. This is possibly Yankee Juliet Tango Sierra, the 73700, from its GTS. OYJTS, perfect. Create an aircraft. Back to you. JTS. Flight number is what was it? It's JO for jet time. Yeah, JO370. No, that screen. Okay. Sometimes you get that in flight sim. Right. So what I need to do is I need to download a livery. Jet time 77700. Explain. And hopefully it will include the profile picture. If not, I can always download it later, I guess. Else it is, yeah, whoops, not that one, there we go. So it includes the, so there you go, this explains the explain icon for, well, explain. What I will do is I will open this in Photoshop. Bear with me. There's it in Photoshop. I'm going to open my background, so desktop, Volanta icon. There we go. Nice and simple. All you've got to do is make this the background shaded grey. It's actually the project fly shaded grey, just kind of carry it on for unison. Copy that, snap it in the middle, merge the layers, save it. Back to Volanta. Aircrafts, JTS, and then JO for jet time. And upload image, desktop, and icon. There you go. There's the image, all professional, all fancy. Jet time 7700. Now on the flight from Helsinki to Gatwick, time to Charles School. There you go. That's how it works. If you know how to create the icons I've got. So all my aircrafts, I use these professional-looking icons. It wasn't even my idea. I just back when using Project Fly, I spotted someone else doing the same thing. I was thinking that looks really smart. So I basically copied their idea and made my own. Never remember who made the original. So there's a few missing liveries here of aircraft I'm not done yet, or aircraft that just don't have explain icons. A few aircraft like this we should delete because I'll sort by least flights. So yeah, aircraft with 0 flights, you should get rid of them because you don't need them. That's just a dash. That's just a hyphen. And I'll just in blank. New. That's the default A320 tail codes. That's A320 from somewhere. That's a blank A330 Neo. ATR 72. I will delete that. Not because I don't have a flight of it. That's the Tunisian Tunisia Express aircraft. I've never got a chance to fly it, and that's just the German one next to this one. Yeah, of got a lot of aircraft I need to get rid of in this. Get this Concords. Get rid of. Here we go, right, getting there, right. And then the 80 from. Oh, that's the default Leonardo. It's fine. And this one. This is a. In there. Really? I've not got any. Unless I've got a second one, I don't know. Oscar. Oscar. Okay, fair enough. I have another one I just don't know. Unless that's a Scandinavian one, I think maybe means. No, can't be. That's Swiss. I don't know. We'll get rid of it. So get rid of the OAB. Would the OAB or the OAC I did? I think the OAC I did a Concord flight in. Check that. Flight from. That's a BA. To Alpha Delta. Okay, so get rid of Alpha Bravo. So now, the aircraft I'm flying right now, everything's got at least one flight to its name. It's on to Kyoto, wasn't it? Sorry, Sarkos. No, it was a Kyoto one then. It's May 7. Cool. So, hopefully, a life into that aircraft now. Fuel light warning's come on, that means our center fuel tank is emptying out now. So what point? Yeah, that's fine. So 10 tanks empty. Fuel pumps off. And left and right tanks. PMDG Operating Center comes with the PMDG, Robin. When you download PMDG 737, it automatically installs the Operation Center. Just about. Man, as a Dane, you hear me right now. The fuel's jet over. Oh yes, Karen. Like I say, I've only been on one 700 real life. And that flight was operated by Jet Time. It was a Norwegian Airlines flight, but a Jet Time aircraft, so yes. It's a memory, it's a past memory now. I mean, they've rebranded Jet Time, but it's not quite the same, is it? Yeah, there you go. This is your Jet Time. This is your Jet Time. Yes, they did say they were going to see the Phoenix aircraft within days, not months, so very, very close to release now. And thank you, Saf, for the birthday wishes. Yes, yesterday was my birthday. Yesterday I turned 23. Gosh. 23 years old, I don't know how I did that. Oh yeah, there you go. And then PMDG released on the same day, so happy birthday to me, happy birthday to me. We have our 7.3, thank you PMDG. I was little thing out on Facebook last night when it released. Calibration back, contrast levels sharpened. Get a few more screenshots for Volanta, because again, our first flight in 77 has to be screenshots laden. But yes, welcome to Sweden. So this view back, really, really nice. I'm in love with this airplane, I really am. It's a 7.3. It's been too long time coming, too long. For 43 minutes, got this another 2 hours landing, 2 hours to go. ETA is showing as what time we expected to land. But apparently got an hour and 39 till landing, so it's not good. That's pretty good for timing, better for me, I guess. Gets me down at around 1 o'clock, which is good. I need that. So the earlier we land, the better it is for me, because I've got to go to work after this. So the only reason I'm streaming it so early in the morning on a Tuesday is because I've got work in the evening, so I have to go there. It's all good. Okay, so get 77 flights in. It's a relatively good distance. This. It's how long flights? The flight is 1,003 miles. We've got 717 to go, 716 to go. So yeah, it's a good distance for a first flight. Right now operates 3 times a week from Visby to Islander. It's covered last week that the max like the routes. Oh, definitely, absolutely. I mean, I've been on 2 737 MAX aircraft. The Ryanair Game Changer 8200s. Got to use the right. If you're flying Ryanair, got to use the right name. Use the right name. But yeah, I've been on 2 of them so far. Victor Uniform Whiskey, sorry, 9 Hotel Victor Uniform Whiskey and Echo India. Hotel Echo Victor. So sorry, Hez. Hotel Echo Zulu. So I've been on Hez and VAO. VAO actually I was flying on when it was 15 days new delivered. So it was brand new to Ryanair. That was mental. I looked at the aircraft on it was either plane spotters or air fleets, and it showed the aircraft age as 0.0 months. I was looking at it thinking, it can't be right. Have they forgotten to put data in? But I have a look, and yeah, delivery dates 15 days before I flew the aeroplane. It was as new as you could get. So that was a really good flight. Yes, first time loading will always take a bit longer. California, same as first time flying. First time flying, we get a few freezes and pauses, but as the flight progresses, they become less frequent because again, it's down to it's new systems, new models, new animations, new configuration. The aircraft needs to take time to learn it, and the simulator needs to take time to process it. So the first time always a bit slow, second time's quicker, but the first time was a bit slow. Yes, well, it's Italy on the way. I'm sure there's a 700 flight out of Italy without any problems. Welcome Max22 Designer, how are you doing? Welcome to channel, welcome to chats. To be fair, if I want to do any flights, I'll probably just do any Norwegian flight and fly this Jet Time 700s because that's just how it works. What's the name of the crash bar landing lights? For crash bar for landing lights, it should already be there. It would be. It's more down to if you're using the halogen bulbs or the LED bulbs. It's more down to the bulb type more than the actual lights. But yeah, it would come under the external lights. So between the LEDs and the halogens. Did I put 800 down? Sorry. YouTube/story/live. Did I actually put 800? The answer is no, I haven't. We're about to get 800. Sorry, Ivan. As far as I can tell, put 700 in description, title, and thumbnail. Yeah, all looks 700 to me. How am I doing? Not too bad at Max 22. Not too bad. So well, actually, really good for once. Because I'm flying a 7.3 in Microsoft Flight Sim. It's beautiful. It really is. It's tears to my eyes. Of course, I've decided to, I mean, again, one of the reasons I've flown this route, because again, I've been on 700 in real life in this route. Also, the scenery is beautiful, especially on the coast of Finland and Sweden. It's just islands and archipelagos everywhere you look. Absolutely stunning. Yes, Paul, that is correct. The 700 has longer range because there's less weight. You've got the same powerful engines with the same fuel burn, but because you've got less weight, the aircraft goes higher, faster, and therefore further. Those. Trust me, you don't want to see that bit. Finns Bergen, yes, down the sim on approach. Bergen's a very nice approach, yes, it is a very pretty approach to Bergen. To any kind of airports in the Arctic Circle, beautiful to fly into. Tromsø, I want to in real life at some point. It's on my list of destinations, as is it Sandefjord? Is it not Sandefjord? Svalbard. I want to go to Svalbard at some point as well. There you go. If you go to Volanta, let's have a look at some screenshots, shall we? A 737-700. A 737-700. Very good. There you go. What's this? A 737-700. And in Malaysia. It's a 737, alright. I don't know if it's it's a PMDG aircraft, but it's a 737, alright. On Australia. Okay, fair enough. Not a 737. A 737. Is that? No, tell a lie. That's the embryo. That's virtual coal. The engine. It's not flat enough, is it? Is it? I don't know. Yeah, no, definitely not the same engine. Actually, I don't know. It's got the same stickers. Well, that sticker's there at least. That's there. No, that is the same engine. Okay, yes, that is a 777-700. I'm just going to be invaded by them. And the Americans, everyone's asleep right now because they're what people flipping super late for it. Oh look, no, oh that's a beautiful screenshot. That's beautiful. But a 700. And then of course, what are these? A 700, a 700, a 700, 700, 700, 700, 700, and so forth, so forth, so forth. We're full of them. Was that A320, was it? Oh, sorry, you talked about Max's comment. I mean, I'm a 77 person, Max 22 to 0. I'm a 73 person. So yeah, Ryanair will stay explained for now. Unless I manage to fly the 700 in real life at some point between now and August, which is very unlikely. For now, I'll continue to fly with the fly with Microsoft Flight Sim. Sorry, fly with X-Plane for the Ryanair ops. Don't get me wrong, we'll definitely do some more Ryanair ops. I can't see the retire aircraft just yet. 700, you get some more options with it, aka Microsoft Flight Sim and its beautiful graphics. Ryanair do have 320s, Ivan. They are painted in Lauda livery, but Ryanair do operate the A320. Ryanair Europe, they own about 18 of them, I think. 18 aircraft. I know for a fact, 'cause on, in fact, let me show you. So I'm flying Ryanair on Saturday. Sorry, I'm flying Ryanair on Sunday, and my flight on Sunday is operated by an A320. If I go to Ryanair.com. Here you go, right, let's do a search. So it's Stansted to Rzeszów, one-way trip on the Saturday, sorry, Sunday the 15th. There you go, so operated by Lauda Europe. Go to the aircraft's flight stats. How do I find that? So it's operated by Ryanair Europe. I know it's fine, this into value there. Continue. Later. Test. Here you go, so the aircraft's got 30 rows, which is 30 rows of the 737 for an A320. Somewhere it tells you the actual kind of aircraft type. 136, continue. Okay, we can see whatever. So I'm not going to buy this. I've already bought the flights. Possible bag. Continue. 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 Okay, but it doesn't anymore. Yeah, all I know for a fact is that this flight is operated by an A320. Yeah, €75. I mean, sorry, £75. I mean, I paid £15 for 2 people because I'm going with my mother on this trip. Going to play with my mother. Yeah, it was £15, so €18 for 2 people, which isn't too bad. It's only because the flight's on Sunday and it's quite popular routes. The price has gone up so high. Where can I find 7,600 fly now? So in terms of Europe operations, you've got Tunisia to Tunisia and Air Algeria to Algeria. And in America, I think WestJet still operate V736s. So not many left to go now, Barry. But I flew Tunisia, so I flew into Tunisia, the 736. I'll get some photos of the airplane for you. I was in Tunisia about a week ago, and so it's a good opportunity to look at that. There you go, there I am in the Tunisian deserts. Funny, I've been to the Sahara Desert. A week before then, I was in the Swiss Alps. I went to Switzerland, went to the Alps, so I had a bit of a variety on the trip. There you go. This is a Tunisia 737-600. No winglets, it's just standard wing. Small little body. Cute little aeroplane. So yeah, I've been on the 736 in real life, Tunisia. So Tunisia, Air Algeria, or WestJets. Not with an age, I'm afraid. Not that I'm aware of. Yeah, Ryanair operates. Let me have a look. Google Ryanair Europe Athletes. Ryanair operates. Ryanair DAC or Ryanair Europe. Ryanair UK. They operate 29 A320s. They're in Lauda colours. They're not in Ryanair colours, they're in Lauda colours. But Ryanair own Lauda and run all their flights under Foxtrot Romeo, so FR flight numbers, which is Ryanair. So Lauda Europe Limited is a Maltese low-cost airline operates on behalf of its parent company Ryanair. Airline provides wet lease flights for Ryanair and charter services. So it's a charter airline that run Ryanair flights in the A320. But they will eventually sell these for 737s. So these are limited feature, they will be sold, and eventually the 73 MAX will replace them. So 29 currently in service. Last year through Ryanair from Dortmund to Katowice. Ryanair Poland or Ryanair Sun. So there's 4 Ryanairs. You've got Ryanair DAC, which is the Irish company, Ryanair UK, which is a British company, Ryanair Sun or Buzz, which is a Polish company, and actually there's 5 of them. Lauda Europe, which is the originally Austrian, now transfers to Malta for A320 operations, and Malta Air, which is a Maltese carrier, also owned by Ryanair. So 5 Ryanairs. Ryanair DAC, which is Ryanair Ireland, Ryanair UK, Ryanair Sun, which is Polish Buzz, Lauda Europe, which is Maltese A320, and Malta Air, which is Maltese 737. So there's 5 different Ryanair companies that operate under Ryanair branding numbers and flight codes. You take care, Matt. You have a good one, dude. Have a good evening, or good day, or wherever you are. Better than the MD? I'd say so, Ollie. I mean, 737's always, I guess it's more modern, more systems, and better stuff, I guess, on board. I really enjoyed Leonardo MD MD-80. I'm going to fly that again probably quite soon, actually, because it's a really good aeroplane. But the 73, definitely the superior aeroplane. Sorry, as it is. Oh, have you broken down again, have you? How are you, dude? Welcome channel, welcome to chat, hope you're doing alright. Ryanair really through into interesting sites. I mean, in history, I think Ryanair did operate 2 320s. I don't know if they ever painted it or not, but I know that back in the 1990s they were hiring 320 pilots to fly the 320, which they had an order. Oops, there's a bit of a wind change there. So there's been a little bit. Yeah, I don't know how the spoilers work. I think these are based on axes now, but I can't actually use the buttons and controls by default, so I'm going to have to figure out what the new spoiler controls are. They're so slow. We'll figure it out, I'm sure there's an easier way to do it. Oh yes, the ETB 73. 73, well, there is a smaller one, which I've been on, there you go. This is the one I've been on, which is smaller, cuter, 600. I will pick up 600, and we'll fly the Tunis Air Colours flat flights. From, well, Lyon to Tunis. Sorry, Lyon to Jerba I flew this aircraft. Lyon to Jerba I flew it on. But we're going to do it, and then we'll do some WestJet flight. Okay, I don't know, I don't know how spoilers work. I need to figure out the new control method for the spoilers. They're new. It's not a button anymore, so I'm going to figure out what to do with them. I can arm them. That's easy. But I can't actually get... unless... No, it's not. Yeah, I need to figure out what the new spoiler controls are. Sure someone out there has already mentioned it. I've been on 73800 with Qantas colours, went to Brisbane and was young on a Virgin Blue 738, so again 738 over the place. Yeah, Australia's got a good mix of everything. I mean, you've got Fokker 70s out there, Bay 146s, still get McDonnell Douglases out there, 73s and Airbuses. If you go to Australia, you've got basically every single aircraft ever to exist. Go back to Latonia, from Stirling area, so 3 hours each way. Yes, no worries, dude. I'm sure you'll one day give it up, like you said you would several months ago. Nah, have a safe drive, dude. Hopefully by PC-12 too. Yes, PC-12 is a very popular aircraft. I don't know, popular in China. That's the first hearing of that in China. Fair enough. Yeah, that's the Ultra TBT-73. If you need to buy an RTX, running pretty okay, 1060, but stuff as often. Yeah, I'm now using the 3080. Best upgrade I've ever had in a graphics card. My 1660 was good. My 1660 faulted me basically never. The only reason I upgraded it, or pushed an upgrade, was because I upgraded from 1080p to 4K monitor, and it struggled at 4K to run Microsoft Flight Sim, so that's why I upgraded for the sake of Microsoft Flight Simulator. But the 1660 did me really, really well. Still got it. It'll forever be my backup card if I ever need to... Well, backup card, or if I get a second unit, second PC, it's my kind of go-to for that. How to bind the trim wheel to joystick. Trim wheels, same as normal. You can just use the... I won't do it now because it's going to tell autopilots. Also, 77 trim never go hand in hand. But same key combination as your normal trim on any other aircraft. Anything that's different is spoilers. Yeah, so the Ryanair 700 Sierra Victor Seb is used as a trainer, and it's more of a leasing kind of renting aeroplane more than anything else. So yeah, it's a charter aircraft. You don't really get it on Ryanair operations. If I look at it on Flight Radar now, what was its last trip? Probably Manchester, Liverpool doing touch and goes. EI7. Oh, it's not flown the last couple of weeks. It's not loaded in the last 7 days, so it's been on the ground at the moment. But they've got a 700. I've not seen it. I've been at Birmingham when it was Birmingham itself, but I've never actually seen it. It's supposed to have a good fancy interior as well. EI7. Well, in terms of good interior, same seating, but slightly more spaced out for leg room. There you go. apart from that, pretty standard stuff. Again, no adverts on the top, it's just standard cabin. Maintenance in Prestwick. Ah, there we go. Yep, it's got a cabin. Well, this is the cabin of our aeroplane. Fine today. I guess it's kind of got the Ryanair. Well, it's a black, not a blue seating, but darkish colour, I guess. Very bright. Give Twitter and 10 Photoshop. You have the Mima. Give Twitter and 10 Photoshop. You have an airline. You have your Ryanair Twitter page. Yeah, so Ryanair only has a single 700, yes. Sierra Victor, Sev. Yeah, in terms of my next couple of Ryanair flights, I'm flying a Ryanair Europe flight to Poland, so that'll be 320. A Ryanair DAC flight back to Luton, which will be an 800 Echo India. And then flights to Oslo in a Ryanair UK flight. So actually, good chance I'll be on Golf Romina from Kilo Alpha, good old rocker. Yeah, the OG Ryanair UK flights. Oh, the cabin textures from the interior is pretty good. For the exterior, because when it comes to PF3, because there's no real interior view, there's always something for exterior. Exterior, I mean, that's the same model, isn't it? Fair enough. Yeah, big improvement, big improvements. It really looks it from the drone cam, but no, that is the same model. Mainly just for the visibility of the external view there. Oops, can catch up again. When are we landing? Scheduled to land in an hour and 24 minutes. So I'm making progress. Yeah, the sim sometimes freezes for a second. It just needs to catch up because you've loaded something new for the first time, and so it needs to render it basically. It's just how flight sims always works. But hey, when you get sites like this, you can forgive it. Hopefully Gatwick won't be too bad frame rate wise. Oh yeah, 700's tiny, Paul. 700's tiny. I think it's the same amount of length. The 600 is about the same length as the original 200. I think the 600 is about 2 meters longer than the original 737-200. This was a bit longer than 200, has a bigger capacity, but not by much. Not by much. It's the 800, 900s that has any real kind of size on it. I don't know Noah, don't have a gaming laptop, I need to copy and paste that 3 times. So very short in terms of flight progress, we're going to cross the border into Denmark. And actually, let's spot Copenhagen on the left hand side. It's probably what the frame rate drops for a second there. Let's load up the scenery of what's to catch the look. Very shortly, going to leave Sweden behind, crossing to Denmark, Denmark to Germany, Germany to Netherlands, Netherlands to the UK. Let's set our approach into Gatwick. Cloud cover's really picked up now actually. So kind of low visibility for the rest of the flights. And to be fair, looking at the window right at London, quite cloudy here in London, so there's some cloud cover when you approach. We'll have got the METAR shortly for the weather setup. But for now, not looking too bad, not looking too bad. Let me just double check what time my train to work is today as well, because I don't want to miss my train to work. Unfortunately, work takes priority over the stream, so I need to cut it. 13:45. Okay, I've got plenty of time. Not too bad, Chris. Very good, actually. Finally got ourselves a 737, so very, very good. Yes, I know the Pregnant Guppy, the Super Guppy that they're playing. Stubby little thing, but did its job. Yes, the Super Guppy, the Pregnant Guppy. It's the 4 props cargo aircraft, like the 1930s. Jet Time. It's good to see you again. Sadly, Jet Time went defunct. They have rebranded and restarted, but it's no longer the same airline it used to be. No, this is actually Juliet Tango Sierra. This is the very tail code that I flew from Gatwick, from Helsinki to Gatwick. I mean, if I get close to the mall, just has to reload something. Stop doing this, sim. Just fly smooth. The 737 flies smooth, yes, but it's because of my first time. It's my first time flying it. So all of a sudden, it has to spend a lifetime loading up all the systems. So the moment something changes, it has to pause, think about it, then load. That for me is a concern when I get to Gatwick, because Gatwick Airport is another one which when it starts loading and rendering, it has to pause for about a minute to load it and then get going. So we'll have to give them a minute to catch up. But that's the difference between scheduled lag and unscheduled lag. Scheduled lag you expect and therefore it's not so bad. It's the unscheduled lag that causes the problems. You don't expect it to happen, and then you've got issues. When you expect it's fine, just sit back, relax, and let it catch up. But it's not always like that, I'm afraid. Not always like that. But no, for the most part, 737, operationally, very, very smooth, no complaints yet. So landing at around 1 o'clock, give about 10 minutes to taxi the stands, do the route plays, and then get ready to work. Should be alright. I'm going to forfeit breakfast today. I'll grab something on the way into work, station, shop. FPS, not particularly. Even the FPS right now, we're getting solid 13 at the moment for Cockpit, which is limited FPS anyway, so yeah, frame rate wise, this is perfect. Better than I could have hoped for. Is playing worth the hype? Yes. I mean, if you're on a 737, this is it. Okay, it's not an 800, fair enough. The 800 is coming out later this year, coming out in September, but sorry, coming out in August even, but it's a 737 right here in Microsoft Flight Sim. Look at it. It's beautiful. It's nice to have. Nice to have. When you get GPU on dark, well, you have to turn the battery on. So turn on the battery, which is this switch here. Battery, menu, FS actions, ground services. On the ground, I can't access, but ground services, and then there's a GPU option on the left-hand side, which you can activate and go for. Actually, we could unlock the payload if we wanted to, the actual capacity, but we'll leave it as it is. Yes, the 800 will be separate products. All the 737s will be separate products. So before, you got the 800, 900 as a base package, and then 600, 700 as an extra, cargo's extra, and another one's extra as well. So you bought a base package, 800, 900, everything else were add-ons, and the base package will cost about $130, which is expensive. So to cut down costs, give you, I guess, more option, more variety of what you want to buy, they've separated. So each aircraft's now separate, and so you buy a 700 with cargo and private on top, but the 800 with cargo and private altogether. So you buy each variant separately, and then each variant's like $70 on their own. So if you're buying all 4 of them, it's more expensive. If you're buying one by one, then the costs do balance out. It's not too bad. So I know, for example, a lot of people wants the 800 and only the 800. So if you buy only the 800, then yeah, price-wise it balances out. So there is a business reason behind it, but at the same time, it also gives users more choice in regards to what they actually want to spend and what they actually want to fly. So I can respect it for that, PMDG. If it means we're not paying $120 altogether in one go, then yeah, it makes sense. It certainly makes sense from both business and a user perspective. So yes, all 737s will be separate products on their own accord. In terms of progress, we are 430 miles to go. The time's not real life because this time I feel in real life. And what, less than an hour to go. 16:14 Zulu, Zulu not time. 15, yeah, no, probably only about an hour or so. Good progress, very good progress. Right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over to our forecast. Start looking at the approach configuration to Gatwick today. Get all our winds in. So back to the charts. So top of descents. So 360 will be 266 and 78. So level 36. There with it. Mansour, welcome on board. Thank you very much for the sponsorship, dudes. Yeah, and welcome to first class. So, board the aircraft in front. You can make a left at the door. Seat of choice, dude. Welcome aboard. Thank you very, very much, Mutaz Mansour. Well, you get a flight request now. That so at some point, dude, if you're on Discord, drop me a message, and I'll happily do any flight you want requested, any aircrafts. Just nothing crazy, like no 23-hour long legs and stuff like that. But yeah, thank you very much, dude. You are an absolute superstar. Thank you very, very, very much. Hopefully at some point soon, so I can be doing some of the tutorials for the 732. Right, what am I doing? Winds. Altitude 360. Winds are reporting 266 at 78. Then it's 200. Winds are reporting 255.52. And 100244546. 245.46 knots. In terms of the air temperature, I think I need to insert that, do I? Minus, hang on, let's double check I know what I'm doing. So minus 57, no, not that. I never remember where I insert the temperature to. Breakfast. Yeah, I can never remember where the let's go for that one. Right, let's do that. That's all fine. Hang on, let me just hang on. Let me just correctly call the flight attendants. I'm going to request a meal.
Hey, could you guys bring us a meal, please?
There we go.
All right.
Requested our meal through PackX. Not too late, Jonathan. Not too late. Do I eat on camera? Do I turn the camera on or the camera off? You guys decide. Do you want to see me eating? No. Is this rude? No working today, Harry. I'm going to work. Literally, the moment I land, I'm going to work. Pretty much. Pretty country for airline food. Yes, Jake, at some point I will do tutorials for 737. I need to figure out what time I get for it. Leave the camera on, it's fine. I mean, this is true ASMR. Crunching sound from toast, white noise from the aeroplane. This is ASMR. Let's catch up again. Go. I mean, I'm slowly just coming to comprehend that. Finally, we've got a 737 in flight sim. We've been waiting for so long now. And here it is. Here it is. Frame rate wise, Swamy, very good. This is about the same as the A3 2NX, if not slightly better. Frame rate wise, very smooth. And it's solid 30 interior, solid 30 exterior. Mind you, I haven't tested it at Gatwick yet, so it could get really laggy later on. That's a possibility. But I'm finding it to be quite similar to the A3 2NX in terms of frame rates. Welcome to Smoggy, how are you doing? Welcome to channel, welcome to chats. Can't wait to finish work and get this. Well, I'm the opposite. I've got this, and I'm going to work in the evening, so... Hey. What's your opinion on Nando's in London? I mean, I went to Nando's on Saturday? No, Sunday. So Sunday before my birthday I went to Nando's with my family. Yeah, I like Nando's. Good chicken. Wing Views, Ellis? It is Ellis, isn't it? Yeah. Sorry, I don't know why I keep calling you Elias. I've had a few Elias on the channel. Wing Views, you can use either external or showcase camera, or my video on how to edit the config file for the camera views. That's why I use this occasion. I use the config camera to edit the coordinates. Yeah, so far so good. Aircraft doing a very fine job. 1 hour, 5 minutes. 1 hour and 5 minutes to landing. Yeah, no, no what? You have a good evening, dude. You take care of yourself. Yes, Mongi, the sorry. Yes, the Phoenix 220 is just around the corner now. That's coming out in the next few days, not weeks, days. We had a BAE 146 release and the MD82 release on the same day, was Friday, Saturday. Yeah, the planes have been coming out like nothing. It's beautiful. 2 years I've been waiting for airplanes, and all of a sudden we're getting six at the same time. So much to do, so much to see. Absolutely adore it. Yep, that's what they've said, Martin. Phoenix, it's not weeks, but days. So Achilles, the Phoenix 220, there's no price yet, but the rumour is $40. I can't confirm it, but I've had $40 from somewhere. Helsinki, Ollie, I'm using the freeware AppInTheAir scenery flight slot 2 for Helsinki. There are pairware options, but actually I really like the freeware one best, so it's freeware Helsinki. Let me drop a link to it in chat for you, because I know it's a freeware link, so why not? Yeah, this one. Right, this is what I use for Helsinki. Yep, Concorde's well. Concorde came out about 2 weeks ago. Is this better or worse than Zybo? I mean, in terms of dynamics and physics, I think Zybo feels better, but PMDG, certainly systems-wise, I do quite like it. So both planes have their ups and downs, but X-Plane and Zybo is always going to be better for the flight dynamics. This will be this absolutely. The BAE 146 good aircraft, but it's not a 737. Pretty much. This aircraft all the way. You'll never see me say anything else other than the 737. Do you think things will throw the FlyLive Studio 380? Difficult to say. In terms of systems, they can certainly do it, but don't forget, FlyWire's freeware and ultimately more people use the freeware over the payware. When it comes to Xbox, I don't know if it's going to come out on Xbox or not, that I haven't got any updates on, but it really comes down to, yeah, Flywire's a freeware, so I'd say most people probably sort of stick to free. I'll pick up the Phoenix, I'll definitely pick up the 320 for the CEO option. And even though I can use Flywire, don't get me wrong, I'll definitely use Phoenix, but Flywire, I won't leave them behind. They've been really, really good, their work so far, so... Yeah, do I see... I'd say they're about a level playing field, in terms of, one will get used... The Flywire will get used more, the Phoenix probably will get better systems eventually. Again, time will tell, time will tell. Not on this flight, Graham. PackX does all the passenger stuff for me. And at the moment, good satisfaction, no events. There are, if I go to the right side, so you can activate, where is it? So you can do behavioural incidents, and no sense to disable them, and we can set incidents, so passengers can cause problems, you can have to get fights, you can get issues left, right, centre. I think we had one passenger on the IVAO Discord server, one passenger had like someone had fainted or something on the flights. They get a big joke on their chats, but yeah, passengers do happen. Do I use VATSIM? No, I use IVAO, Andy. IVAO all the way. Skipper, oh, lovely airport, Smoggy. Went there a couple of weeks ago to go to Paris. Yep, London to Paris via Amsterdam. It was a good trip. It was a good trip. This costs $70, Green. $70, right. Give me a feeling it's going to wash my hands, put this downstairs. Back in a minute. It costs $70. Hello again. Back in the cockpits. Just having a look. I can't find a message I sent earlier. I did take it. Place. Stick it in there. Yeah, so $70, about 56 quid. Why'd you fire the VAT sim? Why not? I find the community a lot better on IVAO. We also talk on Discord pretty much every evening. Yeah, good community. Is there a start procedure? Yes, there is documentation on the start procedure. Love flying. There are several tutorials online as well, which goes through the start procedure. I've not done one yet, I need to at some point. But tutorials are certainly available. In terms of our approach, so expecting the ILS 26 left on the Tebra 2 Golf arrival. Let's let it all in, shall we? So, star, Tebra 2 Golf, Sharks ILS 26, got the initial and the final approach. And grab the taxi charts as well. Right, so I don't really use any Helsinki shots anymore. So coming in from Tebra, which is here, is south of Gatwick into Timber. From Timber, we then fly into Mayfield. Mayfield, start the approach, enter the glide slope, which will cross through at 2,000 feet and bring it into land. Taxi charts are pretty standard. We'll be parking over in the south terminal, which is where we parked last time with jet time. And yeah, get to when we get there. So, we need to be at Abington 140, Arnhem, down to Timber, 7,000 by Timber. And then yeah, the rest of the approach is pretty much straightforward anyway. So Mayfield, so that's 2,000 for them. So that's fine, so input that. IS 26 left. Tebra 2 Golf. Transition via Timber. Before we execute that, go step by step, make sure all the flight plan is correct. So step, 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 step. It has got full VNAV functionality, so top 10 will be marked for us. Lark, Timber, Mayfield, yeah, that's perfect. A bit tight on the final turn perhaps, but I think Mayfield is, yeah, no, that's fine. That is fine. So back to plan mode, zoom out a bit, and execute the flight plan. There's no discontinuity, so everything goes in pretty much one by one. And we get 16 Zulu local. Yeah, plenty of time. How can I V-speed 737? FMS is it for you, Aviator. V-speeds are calculated automatically for you. Yes, initial price is $69.99, but once the 600 releases, the price goes up by $5. So get it now and save $5. Also, if you bought the NGXU, like I did, then you don't even have to pay for this one. This one you got for free. If I go to, where is it? It's this one. There you go. I mean, I like PMDG. I can't choose all my personal email. Hang on, I'll probably hide the email address. There you go. Let me hide my email address 2 seconds. There we go. So, when I pops onto the PMDG website, you have $99 online credits, store credits, simply place an order and be able to choose it as payment method, and boom. PMDG 7700, $69.99, minus the store credit 69, total price $0. You can't fault it. I like that. I like free products, especially when I actually paid for them in this case. So if you bought the NGXU for Microsoft Flight Simulator, sorry, if you bought the NGXU for P3D version 4, there's a special offer, special promo, where if you bought the NGXU between November and December 2019, when it first released, then you got credits towards the NG3. And so I bought it for P3D, and I got the credit for this one, and therefore the fact you're paying, well, this one I've paid for, well, got for free. I'll probably pay for the 600 in full, and I'll use the rest of my credit, half the credits for the 800. So I'll save it for the next one. Just a delivery clue. I'm afraid I can't release it. So this is the, in fact, I'll show you the delivery I got for it. PMDG 77 jet time. So this is a delivery for the NGXU, which I got from the IndySim website. Okay, this is what. Okay, not working. But this is the delivery I got for it. It's for the NGXU, so it's not compatible with the NG3. So I used this livery, went through Photoshop and edited it to make it compatible with the NG3. So I'm afraid, because I don't actually own the textures themselves, it's created by IndyBuilds themselves apparently. IndyBuilds own the texture files and all that. I just ported it, so under fair use I'm allowed to edit, but under fair use I'm not allowed to distribute. So I'm afraid you have to wait for someone else to make it, I'm afraid. If I could produce it and distribute, then I would. Sadly, under fair use I'm not allowed to. I'm allowed to create it for personal reasons, but I can't actually distribute it because I wasn't the original creator as such. Never Had Jet Time. They are a Danish carrier, Andy. They're a Danish carrier. They operate 737 aircrafts mainly as leasing and for hire. Has there been changed? Not particularly with NGXU. I mean, from what I gather, it's basically the same paint kit, just rotated 180 degrees. Sorry, flipped 180 degrees, not rotated, they just flipped it vertically. But very, very similar in terms of how the paint kit works. Basically, you just go to the form. I can't show you because I'm on the air now. So if you go back to the start of the stream, we'll see where I do it. But literally, all you got to do is input your flaps. It'll show you the numbers on the QRH section, and just select. All you got to do, input your flaps, and VCBs are calculated automatically. Any idea what this year's back in time video? I'm not sure yet, Andy. We're only in May. It's got over half the year to go, dude. Calm down. Yeah, not sure yet. Still got to make a decision for this year's back in time. So far, so good. Really, really pleased with the 700s. Hey, what about the LX one, are you? Thank you to LX, that was the very first one I did. So it's an interesting concept that you cross the international date line, but you're crossing it at midnight on New Year's Day. So not only do you go back a day, you actually go back the entire year as well. You go from January 1st back to December 31st. Do I have HDR on? Yes, I do, Ryan. Yes, I do, I believe. I don't find the yoke movement to be too laggy, Sebastian. If anything, I find it a bit too... the animations or the movement or the animations is different in regards to that. The actual physical movements, the flying dynamics or the animation of the moving surface. Yeah, it's a 2-second job to do, Miklu. That's no, I don't have it anymore. But yeah, all you got to do is literally get the ngxu file, flip it flip it vertical, so it makes it upside down, and then save it pretty much, and you're good to go. Very simple process, takes about 5 seconds. Animation. Oh, someone's having a moment again. So we'll catch up. There we go. When I disconnect from autopilot, we'll have a look. For now it's on autopilot, so I'd rather let the aircraft fly on its own. But we'll keep an eye on it during the approach. Right, so ILS-26 at Gatwick, 30 degrees of flaps we'll use for now, 30 degrees with 31. Right, 110.9, 258, 1109. 109. 1109. Yes, this is PMDG 77 for Microsoft Flight Sim Ed. This is it. This is it. 258, 258 on the course. Same with heading, 658 there as well. So far so good, Andy. So far so good. Really enjoying this aeroplane. Looks good, feels good, sounds good. Actually sounds like to say some work. I can see some work done to this. But for the most part, it's alright. I like it. I do like it. So minimum approach speed 131 knots, plus 5, so 186 knots will be minimum approach. Pretty good with this, pretty easy. What I can also do actually is if I go to the fixes, which do I need? I need Charlie Foxtrots. So runway 26. Right, so I need to put a /4 /10 and top of descent, so we're currently using it at all 36, 369, 6, 12, 18, 108. So 108 miles will be around about our top of descent, not exact, but give us like a few. As far as the crow flies. 10 miles will be the entering the glide slope, 4 miles need to be at minimum approach speed. No ETAs for all that. So about 200 miles ago to descent, which is around about there-ish. You can see top's a little bit beyond that. That's what we're looking for. We can also descent later. In fact, tell a lie, no, there it is. Top's beyond it. So at that point, reset the altitude, get it in preparation for descents, and then we get extra nodes at 10 and 4 miles for the final approach into Gatwick. Cockpit door's not open, Arda. There's no cockpit door open, I'm afraid. Do Virtual Australia operate the 700 or the 800? I know they operate the 800. I don't know about the 700. Turbulence, but for the most part, not too bad. Good night in the cabin. How are the passengers doing? Passengers are so far so good. You've got your 3 cabin crew back there doing their service. Yeah, no complaints. Everyone looks pretty happy. 91% satisfaction in the back. Change the name of the passengers. It's all fine. It's all fine. I should tell you the fact that these are the older windows. The new 77 Max windows are newer, later NG windows. Slightly rounder than this. These are older windows, which are square based. New ones are around the bottom, around the top. I actually prefer these older windows. Because of a flat base and they're slightly less reflective, they're easy to take videos and easy to take photos out of. Also, colour. find the new windows like tinted. I don't like that. I want to do tutorials, Carl. I certainly want to do them, so hopefully at some point I'll get time to do it. Actually, record some tutorials for it. We've got a few 700s, managed to operate 800s, sort of 800 at Brisbane. Okay, well, we'll have a look at doing some version flights then, version Australia. See if they do them. It's an option. It's actually an option. Go to here. Yeah, so when we start our approach, and we certainly turn off the autopilot, we'll have the animations, and I'll give you, I guess, my own opinion on the feel of things. Fun fact: the airline you're flying right now has a screenshot of jet time livery and the PMDG certificate. Really? The airline you're flying right now has a screenshot of the jet time livery. A screenshot of jet time livery on PMDG inside their catalogue. So what? Jet time uses a flight sim screenshot of their name on their magazines. Is that what you're trying to say? Try rewording that. Sorry, I'm missing something out of that. Yes, Paul, I am on the latest NVIDIA driver updates. I am on the latest updates. Right now we are flying over the Netherlands. Actually, slowly, surely making our way there. There you go. There's two screenshots of Netherlands. Who's to bet that they are KLM 77700s? Go on. Have you say? We'll open it in 5. Are they 700s in KLM colours? We'll find out in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yes. And yes. Like I say, every screenshot today, apart from this one, is still using the ND80. Fair play, dude. Fair play. There you go. Ryanair 700. I don't know about telco, I must admit. That should be 7. It's P3D. It's 800. Oh well, they've all disappeared. About half an hour ago I did the same look, and they're all... This is a KLM 700. This is a Norwegian 800. Okay, fair enough. There's not many 800s anymore now. Earlier on, it was just 700s everywhere you looked. That's an A320. Over in America, that's an A340. Yeah, go Southwest is 73. I must say, actually, the Southwest livery is fun. That's gorgeous. I'm going to fly to Southwest at some point because that's a gorgeous colour. Absolutely love their livery out there in Southwest. There you go, with the winter fences as well. Not sharklets, the scimitars. Yeah, some good stuff out here. Well, keep an eye out down because we were actually flying quite close to Amsterdam Schiphol. Hopefully the weather won't completely cover us over. We'll be flying just to the north of Schiphol. That's our current route. Whoops. That's our current routing. That's the very north of the airport, so we'll be able to spot it if the weather's clear. That's now to go now. That's now to go. Has the aircraft got condensation effects on the engines on any wet weather? I don't know, SG. I do not know yet. I think Gav's reporting not wet, but it's just cloudy. At some point we'll give it a go. So I'll try and find some wet weather somewhere and give it a go. 700, 73700, and the 82, so people still flying it. 737 800, T154, 321, and to Europe. 20. Actually, I'm quite surprised. I mean, if I go to the aircraft types, type in B737, there you go. There are loads of 700s out there. Where's the 800, which is still more actually. I guess these are all on Explain, FSX, P3D. Whereas for 700, it's all Flight Sim 20, Flight Sim 20, 1 plus P3D, so Flight Sim, Flight Sim, Flight Sim, Flight Sim, well, 3 in Explain, but for the most part it's all Microsoft Flight Sim out there. There we are. Done good so far, made pretty good progress. Plugged in our approach procedure. Shall be landing in the next couple of minutes, hopefully. There you go. Taken a minute ago. 737. They're on default multiplayer. Come on, dude. You're better than that. If you flying this aircraft, you're better than default. Like, come join us on IVAO. I did a freight variant flight. Very good. Very nice. Hatchboard delivery. Just a case of literally spinning some texture files 180 degrees. That's really all you got to do for the porting of deliveries. But I say, because I don't own the initial, in this case this is an e-build delivery, I'm legally not allowed to distribute them, I'm afraid. Under fair use I can use them myself, but I can't share them. Unless of course any scene come out and give me permission for it, but it's down to them to say. Like so, it's going to the autopilot descent very shortly. We'll be starting our descent in approximately 20 minutes. So we're making progress. The 600 again, quite a nimble aeroplane, so it can descend at a relatively high speed. The only problem I've got is the spoilers. I have no idea how to operate a spoiler with this aeroplane. Have I had about experience with that? I have in the past, Ian, yes. I have, so that's why I use IVAO. Right, let's figure out how can I figure out the spoilers of this aeroplane. It's not the same key combination, it's something else entirely. I'm not sure no one seems to report much about spoilers. Hopefully we can certainly arm them. That's not a problem. It's just the descent that I need to make sure I've got some sort of control of, don't go too fast. Yes, young age guy, 3 years and finally got it. 3 years of development, 30 months, and here it is in our hands finally. There is patches on the way, Brian. They are actually work on the airplane, so it'll just take their time. If you're on IVAO and connect it, Microsoft Flight Sim, and you'll be able to fly with real users also network. Correct, Andy. So on IVAO, same as VATSIM as well, same VATSIM IVAO, all the airplanes you see are real people. Real people flying on either Microsoft Flight Sim. There's Adrian right now flying the Ryanair 77800 from London to Valencia. We've got Cornell here flying is it a helicopter? No, that's a private jet. Flying a business jet from Luxembourg to there, Stendo. Moritz flying the A320 from Edinburgh to Frankfurt. So these are all real people flying on either Microsoft Flight Sim, FSX, P3, X-Plane, or I think F2004. I don't think there's going to be anyone actually flying F2004, well, you never know, it's only compatible. Actually, quite a few F2004 users online right now. Fair play. Yeah, real people, and then all the ATC right now. Fair enough, right now it's what? It's 12 o'clock on a Tuesday, so this is not peak time right now, but all the ATC you see are real controllers right now, controlling airspace, controlling towers that you speak to for different procedures, so it's worth a look. It's actually worth a look. So when you hit the evening time, you get more of a user base because they get, well, they're not at work or anything like that. So people do start picking up the numbers a bit. Oh yeah, you see them on the ground as well. You actually see them. You see them, you interact with them, you speak to them, or you can use text if you want to use your voice. has its custom windows, same as any other aircraft mode hits, same as any other aircrafts. You just edit the config file in the camera config and position the camera. That's all you got to do. Same as every other aeroplane. Full center would be around 150, but it's quite affordable. Yeah, it's not too bad a price, Sergey. The only difference, I guess, is that it comes down to the fact that they're selling each aircraft separately rather than as a bundle that it used to do. Same as any other aircraft, no hits. If you want to see, if you want to do it, check my tutorial out. I've got a tutorial just for that very reason. I'm sure you've seen that video tutorial as well because you've commented on that video. So we should keep an eye open now. Amsterdam Schiphol is just in front of us. There we go. No, it's not. Somewhere in front of us is Amsterdam Schiphol Airport. Can't see it yet. Between now and the coast. That's the lake. Where are you, Schiphol? Where are you? Come on, Drawyah. Somewhere right underneath is a massive airport. How can you not see this? Should be right there. For the coastline shape. I'm going blind. Oh, it's tested now. Somewhere below is Amsterdam Schiphol. We'll see it when we fly over. The passenger section is, yep, fully modelled, Jacob. Fully modelled passenger section. Full cabin. Sit back, relax, enjoy the flight from the safety of your own seats. Okay, so when I flew Sentinel in real life, this was my seat. So I was sitting on this seat when I flew jet time in real life. Helsinki Gatwick is very, very flight itself. And this was my seats. And front of the aeroplane. Joined my Burger King. Yes, I went to Burger King at Helsinki Airport and brought it onto the airplane with me. And yeah, there we go. This is my view. Although it was pitch black outside because we flew in the middle of winter, so there was no sunlight, just darkness. Schiphol's on your left. It should be just down here somewhere. For some reason I just can't see it. I don't know why, I just can't see it. So it genuinely should be on screen right now. I don't know why I can't find it. Because, right, that's the airport. It's kind of linear to the south bank of this lake, a bit further south, halfway between the lake and the coast. It should genuinely be. Can you guys see it? Am I just going crazy? I must be going crazy. Where is Schiphol? Volanta, no. Volanta is a flight logger. It's the very opposite of IVAO. IVAO is a network. Volanta is a logger. Down. Oh, there it is. Okay, I found it now, guys. Thank you very much. I'm going blind, I really am. There's Schiphol. Screenshot of Volanta right there. Don't forget, this, I've got a scenery for it as well, which actually adds Drawyah logos all over the place. I can't really see it from this altitude because it's so high up. It's, yeah, so nice little scenery. This Premium Deluxe, but there's an enhancement mod as well for it, which makes it more realistic. So we catch up for a second. Scale 1 10 has go. Not particularly scared, Tom. I mean, this aircraft has, again, it's Microsoft Flight Sim. The first time you load up a new aeroplane with systems, every time it renders something, it just freezes for a second. This is scheduled lag. This is expected, not unscheduled lag, which is a problem. So when I start approaching to Gatwick, I'm going to expect systems to freeze for about 2-3 minutes. Scheduled lag. That just happens when you load into Gatwick. Purely expected. So next time I fly 737, it should go pretty much as smooth as can be because it's got nothing to actually render. Flight sims do be like that sometimes. How to start descent? Top of descent is in approximately 19. Top descent is in 15 minutes. 15 minutes of descent. I'll be cutting it tight for work today, isn't it? Yep, off to work after the stream today, Muzaz. I'm going straight to work after this. Hence, I'm flying in the morning. So if I was not working this evening, I'd be able to get more relaxed, sit back, relax, enjoy the flight. Nope, I'm going to work after this, so we land, we do replays, we say a quick goodbye, and I'm out the door. Hopefully, though, we get plenty of time. Well, so it depends what time I land. I've got to go to work about. Well, my train's in an hour, so I should have plenty of time. No, landing in 35 minutes at most, plus a few replays, so I've got plenty of time. Just make sure I get to the train station on time. What job do I do? I work in railway. Lewis, I'm a train dispatcher and gate line assistant, customer service operative. A few roles at London Station, but mainly dispatch and gate line. Yes, I'll do shores for the 737 capacity, that is the plan. I don't know when I'll record them, but I want to do them, so that will come in time. Yeah, I'm not like that, Paul. I'm not like that. Also, I need to give at least 2 hours notice before I call in sick. Unfortunately, I've got... Yeah, no. Unfortunately, I'm out of that 2 hours notice now. Opinion on Nordic countries, I love them, Martin. I mean, I've been to Sweden. Very good trip. Been to Norway. I adore it out there. And Finland. Been to Denmark, sorry, which is, again, really good. Expensive, but it's alright. And Finland, I love it out there. If I had to move to any other country, Finland would be my destination. Got some good friends out there, everything's cheap, everything's relaxed. Great, great country. Really, really good at Finland. Which is why, in July, I'm going to Finland. 6 days in Finland in July. I've seen some friends out there, I haven't seen them in about 3 years now, so it's good to catch up. Livery jeans, flying jet time kind of today. Flying in jet time. Not a default livery, but it's what I wanted. When should you call me up, Captain D? I literally just said I don't know when to film them, so I'll let you try and put 2 and 2 together. How's it fly? So far so good, Pilot. Feels a bit too nimble on the controls, I must admit. But, for the most part, it certainly feels the parts, and I'm enjoying it. Jetliner are a Danish carrier, I believe. They're from Denmark. What you can how you doing? Channel chat, how's they doing, dude? Keeping alright? Oh yeah, the frame rate's absolutely sublime in this. Solid 30, no problems. I've had no slowdown. The only freezes are kind of rare moments where the sim's catching up with itself. Apart from that, it's been really good. Diego there with the £2, thank you very much. Would you tutorial for this? Yes, I will. I'm going to rest that message up. 2 seconds. Be under Streamlabs. Bear with me. Right, absolutely love the 737. No, that one. Would you choose something, for example, camera confidence to iPoints once you modify? There's only one. Hang on, let me bring it up again, the camera config. As far as I remember, there was only one in there to edit. Yeah, that one you edit. That one is inactive. You've got the semicolon there. That just means it's not in use. So that one you edits. Issue that the colon there means that that line of code is being ignored. It's a comment. This nothing more than comments. That's what the colon means. So yeah, this one you edit. Not the other one. So reduce the traditional click system, PMDG click system, come up for me. I don't know about the PMDG click system, I must admit. Not something I didn't even know it actually existed, to be fair. I just use traditional, so I'm afraid that's something I can't really help you on. Welcome Mikael from Denmark, how are you doing? Welcome to the channel, welcome to chats, how are you doing today, dude? Hope you're alright. Top descent, so 9 minutes top of descent, landing in 35 minutes ish. Really past, yeah, fair enough. So when I land, I get about 10 minutes to taxi to the gate and end the stream basically. 10 minutes. So now approaching top of descent. I'm trying to find your name there. Traffic? Really? Traffic reported. Come on! They're 40 miles to my right hand side. That is not causing any problem for me. Here we go. You detected this. Right there, 7 kilo papa from Stansted to Gdańsk. 1700. I don't know. Okay, fair enough. Traffic warning for you. At least it shows that it works. Yes, fully functional TCAS on board this aeroplane. Even if it's a little bit over predictive. Say traffic. That's not right. He's just trying to let me know. Aww. Look out the window. Somewhere in distance there's like 1 pixel moving across the screen. So yeah, I'm sure all combined, the moments like this where the sim freezes for a second, that's probably cost us the 5 minutes of expected arrival there. Slightly annoying, but oh well. You win some, you lose some. Yes, I did fly the PMDG on P3D. They're very similar in every regard, including the model. The model's the same, but I like it. I do like it. Does it cost money? Yes, it does, and it costs $70. Well, $69.99 initially. After initial release a couple of weeks, it will then go up to $74.99. Yeah, it's not a free one, I'm afraid. This is a payware project. Not sure about that cockpit, I must admit. Not sure about that cabin. The console there, not quite as shiny as some of the other aircraft out there. It's expensive, but it's worth it. Any notable improvements? I mean, like I say, for the most part, across the board, this and the NGXU release are very similar. Same model, same system, same setup. So for the most part, it's pretty much kind of it's pretty much the same across the board. No real discernible differences as far as I can see. Dollars, Andy. I literally just said dollars. Pay attention. Right, so it's cross out the top 10 in approximately 6 minutes. 40 miles to go. Keep an eye on that for now as it crawls down the screen. I'm going to reset the NCP altitude to 2,000 feet, which will be the intercept glide slope. We'll start our descent. Preparation for landing within the next 30 minutes. I mean, that released in 2005, 2006, the original PMDG. $80. I don't know how that compares to inflation. Let's have a look. PMDG. What day did they release the initial 737? They released it on 2003. So the initial pack released in 2003. US inflation calculator. So, in 2003, if you purchase an item for $80, it's now valued at $125. So actually the price has stayed the same through inflation. It's not bad. It really isn't. So $80 then is $125 now. So yeah, pricing has pretty much stayed on the line. For the at least for the NGXU releases, that was $120, $130 even. So it went up by $5 as such. But no, I'll give them credit. That's not too bad. Yes, also has working VNav, something that not every aircraft can really claim on the old simulator side of things. So it has its upsides, it really has its upsides. So very shortly I should get a master caution warning telling me to reset the MCP altitude. So do that when the morning comes up, and then down to 2,000. Liveries, show you deliveries. So it comes with Aerolíneas Argentinas, Aeromexico, Alaska Airlines, ANA, Delta, Ethiopian, Gold Transportes Eros, KLM, Lucky Air, Luxair, Olympic, Ryanair, Scandinavian, Smartwings, Southwest, Sterling, United, Virgin, WestJet and WestJets. Jet time not included because this is a mod. Do I fly crash test enabled? Nope. I fly all off. All off. I bought PMDG today, but PC can barely run it. Ouch. There are ways you can try and fix that by lowering your graphics. I think the sim also has its own settings as well for where to be on performance. There are a few options you can try and figure out to fix things out, but that takes time really. Takes time, you'll get there. Also, dual computers. You're not limited to doing just one-on-one. They're both functional, they're both separate. That's another thing that's absolutely glorious in this aeroplane. So we go to legs, approach reference leave on the U for now. Let's leave on road legs for now. Welcome Nigel, how are you doing? Watching all chats. Welcome Robert, how are you doing? Watching all chats. How says download the link? Download link for me came about 2 minutes after I bought it, so it wasn't too long of a wait. Price wise, quite happy with it, Camille. I paid $0 because I used the credit for the NGXU. So I bought the NGXU for $99 back when it first released in 2019. For those who bought the NGXU, you got to essentially get that credit. It's $100 credit towards the NG3. So I used the credit for this aeroplane. But $70, still very happy with it, still very happy. Interesting enough, I haven't told me to reset the altitude yet, so I'll do it manually down to 3000. Very shortly, aircraft should start its descents. Yes, Spacer, the Boeing is cool. Yeah, check your correct in the sex correct delivery for its aircraft. Slap this nut. I'm sure there is an equal continuity. Any mismatch will sort itself out. Right, we're descending. Ladies and gentlemen, a quick update from the flight tech. We've just lost our top percent into Gatwick and should be landing in approximately 30 minutes. We need to do toilets please for now, as very shortly we're preparing the cabin for our approach into London. But once again, we've started our top percent and shall be landing in approximately 30 minutes. Thank you. Sadly, Space Art, the answer is no. There's no tablet in this aeroplane, just empty spots. They are doing it. We will get it at some point, but right now the answer is no, not yet. No, Anthony. If you bought the cargo version... Oh, sorry, wrong question. Diego, sorry, no Diego. If you bought the 777 you won't get a discount for Microsoft Flight Stores. Only the NGX had that offer. Yeah, and so make sure you create some same aircrafts, and so, yeah, you two figure out your cargo variants. I must admit, I'm not really a cargo person, so I don't know if I'll fly this or not, but you never know, you might get me flying cargo one day. Maybe one day. So, start our descents. Very shortly, we'll be landing in Gatwick. The NGXU had the tablet, Robert, so PMDG certainly had technology for it. They just need to make it compatible with Microsoft Flight Sim, and that's pretty much what we're waiting for right now, compatibility. They've got it, just need to, well, get it going really. So, how many profiles there yet? The answer is... no, not yet. I'm going to do, I'm actually going to copy the A320 profile. There we go. Oh yeah, the BA-146, the MD-82, the 737. We had a Concorde 2 weeks ago as well. Don't forget Concorde. It's a lot of releases. Not sure about Marketplace release yet in Ninjada. Not sure about release on Marketplace just yet. It will come, but I think what they want to do is they want to get it out on PC first and working. Do any bug fixing first and then get it on console. Because console updates are a lot harder to do when compared to the PC updates. A lot more work needs to go behind it. So yeah, it will come. Just have a bit more of a wait. Level now for 2 hours and 20 minutes. We start our descent, landing in approximately 25 minutes. So we're making good progress. Aircraft sending around at a rate of 2,000 feet per minute. So far, in terms of our rate of descent, pretty much bang in the middle where we need to be. You can set pattern holds, David. We don't need them today, but the answer is yes. Pattern holds can be set. I might do actually. We'll skip that avatar and go straight to Arnon, I think. Yeah, I don't really need to go avatar, just add an extra few miles to that leg. We get off with just its rate of descent now. I'm maintaining speed slowly, so you can see right now about 900 feet above where we need to be. The aircraft will adjust that to catch up to the exact location where we need to be. So we will catch up, make small adjustments. We'll get the aircraft down to correct levels within the correct amount of time. Flight time 2 hours and 50 minutes. 2 hours and 50 minutes. Splatty, 2 hours and 50 minutes from London to Helsinki. Which is good, so I'm flying this flight in July in an A350. Although I'm flying to Heathrow, not to Gatwick, but Finnair, A350, Alpha Yankee 1337. Very exciting. So I've never done a wide body before, so my first one's going to be a short haul in an A350 Finnair. Through 28,000, level 280. Let's grab a QNH. Let's have a look at the weather at Gatwick right now. Gatwick is reporting 220 at 11 knots, plus a visibility, grey clouds at 7,000, 14 to degree, 0.12, QNH 1015. 1015 on the standby. That's fine. Yeah, that's alright. So again, 136 knots will be the approach speed. 136. That's my name, Drawyah. And the channel is pronounced Drawyah. So yeah, we are now about 400 knots actually above where we need to be. Still minimising, it's catching up. I think this is the freeze I was expecting for loading a Gatwick. So we're going to go forward for a few more minutes than normal. There we go. So hopefully the frame rate in Gatwick's not too bad. The A32X can lag out quite badly sometimes, but hopefully on this occasion things should be a bit more smoother. There's only one way to find out, let's land it there. %, so far so good. What about the left hand side? Left hand side is more average for the cloud. Yeah, 1,000 feet, still about 500 above where we need to be. Once below 10,000, a bit of spoiler action should also help us blow down of that. We've entered the UK. We are now flying just over, well, just south of Canterbury, so it's over Margate Broadstairs. Very shortly about time to star, actually. Geotime Livery SPQR, you have to make it yourself, I'm afraid. I ported this from the NGXU version of 700s because I don't own the original textures. I can use it for personal use on fair use, but I can't distribute. So this one you have to do yourself, I'm afraid. If I could distribute it, I would, but I have to get permission from AnySim to do that. To be fair, it's such an easy job, they created it themselves without any problems anyway. Simple process. Right, seatbelt on, cabin secure.
Ladies and gentlemen, the seatbelt sign is now turned on, so it's time to return to your seats and fasten your seatbelt.
Is that what you're from right now? Broadstairs, very nice. Lovely area, Broadstairs. I prefer it to Margate. I do prefer it to Margate. Been there a few times. It's so nice to have this aeroplane in flight sim finally. It's a 737. Nah, what's not to love? What's not to love? Yes, Cody, it's finally here. How's 577 not in X-Plane? Again, the dynamics may not be quite as good, but, well, yeah, there's a 77 Max you can buy, but we don't talk about that one. It feels good. It does feel good. I really like this aeroplane. It's nice to have. Nice to finally have. But again, I did find the 77 in P3 and in FSX. There are still other platforms available. In particular, this one. It's nice. It's a nice change. Jackson, thank you for £1. Thank you very much. Much appreciated, dude. You're a superstar. So I'm a little concerned that we're about 1,000 feet above where we need to be right now. It's only 1,000. I should correct itself without too much hassle later on. But what we'll need to do is please boost our descent rates a little bit. So there's an option number 2. So we'll maintain. Well, I'll watch on that. So see, numbers are decreasing now. catching up there with it. Oh yeah, the 80 absolute door, Anthony. I think it's worth it. I think it's definitely worth it. Yeah, I wouldn't call that a rip-off, I'm afraid. Now, how the heck do you operate this speed brake? Is that it, really? The full motion of the speed brake? Oh god, I've got to retract this thing when I land. Go! Okay, I think that's about it. Yeah, the speed brake needs work. They definitely need to redo that. That was the maximum speed of the speed brake operation, by the way. There's no way to get it faster than that. Can't really. I think you could scroll with it, I guess, but that's again such a slow, drawn out method. Okay, that's fine. So it's going to be retracted, and V now takes full control of the airplane again. Go, spoilers, go! Drag required, come on, I've just finished the drag. No thank you, drag's not even required. Such a drawn out process. Cabin crew, 10 minutes landing, 10 minutes. Speed brake is slow. It's oxymoron. I like that. The altimeter to the local, pressure 1015, aircraft at 250 knots, 0.2 cents. Landing lights, I think you can do that anymore, just do that. Landing lights active.
We have begun our final descent into London Gatwick. Flight attendants will be passing through the cabin to select any craft one final time. Please ensure safety numbers stowed and seizure in the full upright position. Please also store any carry-on items either in the seat pocket or under the seat cushion.
Next long haul flights, not sure yet, but nothing planned. Not a short haul in 737, nothing planned in the long haul just yet. Sensor speed brakes, fixed issue. Whereabouts would you set that, California? So that menu, PMDG setup, options, no, aircrafts, equipment. So there's an option somewhere you can set the nose wheel steering. What was that under? That was under... What was options? Simulation... There's the steering for the rudder. There's the speed brakes. I flame as well there. Smooth flying. Very good. Yes, my one flight in 777-700 was a jet time flight from Helsinki to Gatwick. You'd have to tell me where the setting is, California. Also, very pretty clouds today. Very pretty. Yeah, I guess we could try and do some hauls in the BBJ. That is an option, the Business Jet 1. Any specific times to stream? I stream on Saturdays, Sundays, Wednesdays and Thursdays. Time-wise, depends if I'm working or not, basically, so I'm afraid I couldn't say. You can't keybind in California because the FMS doesn't give you the option for keybinds like the older versions did. I feel like you're looking at the NGXU or the NGX, not the NG3. Right, okay, so since frozen now, this is loading up the Gatwick scenery. It's going to pause for like a minute or so. Nothing to do about that. Gatwick is very, very detailed, so we have to sit here for about a minute to get beautiful clouds until we start moving. There we go. Gatwick's loaded. Just the joystick, Anthony. I don't own the yoke, I'm afraid. I need to pick one up at some point, but at the moment the answer is I do not own one. I'm waiting for the Boeing 787 setup for Thrustmaster on sale. If it gives a little discount, then I'll definitely think about picking that one up. Very pretty clouds. I've already answered the long haul question, Jackson. In fact, I'm timing out now. You said that 3 or 4 times now. I gave you an answer. You're not paying attention. So, you can go away. Continues to reduce its speed as we continue our approach into the airports. I already own the BA146 Splatty, already own it. Okay, so you know flight from India? Probably not, CK Math, probably not. Right, going to arm the spoilers. So project takeoff brakes to, sorry, landing brakes to go for 2 for movement from 8 Gatwick. Speed intervention not just yet, but again we need to get to 200 knots at the end. At start at dotted line here, 10 miles, and to be 136 by that set of lines there. That's our short final approach. How to get to circle? Aussie, you just set up a fix. You set up a fix for, well, you need to get 100 miles top descent. That's why I put 108, because that was the top descent. Sorry, not 100, sorry, yeah, that was 108, that's correct. 108 miles, which is your top descent indicator, roundabouts. 10 miles for the glide slope, and then 4 miles for the final approach speed setting all configured. So again, looking at 131 plus 5, 136 knots final approach, landing at 131. Eyes frequency is all set, so just waiting for us to get ourselves onto the glide slope for that now. Would you get Trylander? I will do Lola at some point. It's not straight away, still enjoying the 7.3, but the Trylander I definitely will pick up at some point. I absolutely adore the Brit Little Islander, so how bad can that one be, I guess? IVAO will run IVAO, not Batson. You can tell by the IVAO tracking link in the description and the comments, pinned comments. Alright. Just get ourselves ready for landing. FlightControlReplay you can open. Cabin crew, please be prepared for landing. Let's start recording the replay. The replay's going to pause for a second, so it will. Give it a second to catch up. Another the CIJ as well does this where we start recording the replay, so just pause for a second, it'll catch up. So far so good, 700 plasma. Really Really enjoying this one. IVAO is free, yes, and top bar is FlyLive Studio. It's all used by streamers, so you won't see that. This is all I see. I just see the sim, and I see Pack X. Everything else is extra. Weather ain't great, visibility's not grand, but cloud cover is at 700 feet, so below 700 we'll get visibility again. Visibility the runway, but it's again 11 knot wind, so it's not windy. Well, it's windy, but not too windy. It's not gusty. Yeah, we'll be alright. You can really kind of see the clouds breaking away around us. Any major problems? Not particularly, Carlo. Not particularly. The aircraft's been pretty good for us. Go. You can press all most buttons, but you can click on most buttons. Circuit breakers don't work, but everything you need to operate 737 is functioning. I should have missed train 1 on 25 minutes till it arrives. 10-minute walk, less than that. Yeah, I've got time. Don't you worry, I've got time. Right. Let's enter ourselves a glide slope. And to reduce speed to 200 knots. That's to 5. Custom menus, yes I do. Always do. Frame rates, not great. Yeah. High quality aircraft plus Gatwick equals frame rate. Not going to be in the best of worlds. Give me 2 seconds, see if I try and fix this up a little bit. Performance is okay, but obviously Gatwick, again, has other plans. Drop that a little bit. Medium, medium, medium. Clouds to medium. That goes down, that goes down. I'll just let the detail down to about 80. Yeah, not as bad as Heathrow. Heathrow was 1 FPS and that was really bad. This is, still that's kind of better. It's flyable at least. The oil localizer active. Windy. 0 knots. Very shortly, shall enter the glide slope. That's 10. Approach mode active. There we go, single channel VRR localizer on the glide slope. Fully established. Graphics card 3080, Barney. RTX 3080. Juice down to 136 knots. Gear down. Let's him catch up. Again, first time loading landing gear, so it's a rendered landing gear. The first time you fly the airplane, expect a few freezes. The second time you fly, it should be okay. Like I said, because it's loading up new systems, new processes, new rendering, all this stuff is new to the sim, and therefore needs to figure out what to do. The second time you fly it, all okay. It's only the first time you fly it, things are a little bit slow. Don't worry, aircraft gear is lowering. I hope it's lowering. Really? Oh. The gear level wasn't quite all the way. That's fine, airplane 1000. Let's gear down 3 greens. Don't want the gear alarm still sounding. There we go. Not quite sure that dragged out for so long, but it's the first time flying. Cut it some slack. Alright, so we passed 1000. Keep it on the autopilot until about 300. That was a gear alarm, Rafa. That was a gear alarm. There's a departure out of a train station at Stansted at Gatwick. Autopilot deactivates. I'm in control. These alarms going on a little bit longer than they should do.
Flight slow. Flight slow. Flight slow. Flight slow. Flight slow. 10.
Reverse is set. Knots, 80 knots, distance versus cuts. Yeah, back to the right. There you go. It was kind of landing in the 737. Wasn't the smoothest landing in the world. I'll say so again. The aircraft. My only complaint with this airplane is that it's almost too nimble. It's too sensitive on the controls. So gonna have to get used to that. The frame rate's down to the scenery, Spatty. The frame rate's down to the scenery. Again, when you fly high quality airplane into high detail scenery, like in this case Gatwick, frame rate's always going to be a bit off. So yeah, unfortunately that's going to be one thing we're going to have to suffer with. I'll look into trying one, and I'll try a different version of Gatwick. Again, if I go into Heathrow, I'll get the same kind of. Well, actually, Heathrow will be a lot worse than this. So there's some things for me to look into, I guess. But it's landing at Gatwick. Now it's a long, tedious process to get these spiders down. I'm also taxiing. Yeah, I'm going to turn down the sensitivity of this airplane. That's the one thing I'd say, it needs a bit of a sensitivity downgrade because it's just a bit too nimble for my liking. This one compared to other platforms, 737s. Even the FSX P3 version felt a bit heavier than this. Come on, speed brakes. You're almost there. We go. Speed brakes down. Reset you. That's up. And APU starts. Final pressure got to about 140, so we're only about 9 above where we need to be. Wasn't too bad. No worries, Paul. You take care. Have a good night, dude. Oh yeah, I'm sure Microsoft Flight is playing as part of its sensitivity smooth flying. Don't deny that one bit. It just needs a bit of adjustments, just needs a bit of tweaking, but I'll get onto that later. That was my very first landing in the 737. I've literally never tested landing this airplane before. That was my very first attempt at it, so honestly, wasn't that bad. I'll take it. Also, the only GPWS count I got was 10. And then some of the alarms went out for a little bit longer, so yeah. So there's practice to be done. There's definitely practice to be done, but that could have been worse. That could have been worse. At the end of the day, most importantly, the jet time 77 safely landed at Gatwick. So I did a replay, so hopefully not too bad in terms of frame rates, because replays do get a bit of stutter. That comes off. I've already done a setup video, David, on how to do custom views, or I've already done a video showing how to edit config files and everything. Take care, Horty. Yeah, have a good one, dude. This is the... yeah, it's the pay one's better on frame. This is the freeware Gatwick. I have got the payware Gatwick. So you are right, the freeware one. So that's not the most FPS friendly. Although there are other versions of freeware, don't forget. There's like 5 different versions. Which have to downgrade Gatwick for the sake of frames. It's a shame because it looks really, really good, this. But you are right, it's very, very CPU intensive, this. The closer you get to the terminal, the worse it gets. Now let's see Center release. What's the next alcohol you anticipate for Microsoft Flight Sim? Probably either the... it's difficult to say now, because the PMDG is the big release that we've been waiting for. It's either the Phoenix Sim A320, or even the TFDI Design MD11. That's the classic, that's going to come out soon. Yeah, ignore the frame rate, Gatwick's like this. PMDG Ship 7, not for a couple more years, Rafa. I didn't see that releasing for a couple more years, I'm afraid. Long way to go for that one. To be fair, I remember playing... this is a throwback for me. This is back when I was playing FSX, when this was a good frame rate for me. Now, I could play that PMDG through even worse frames than this, and this was all... this was like home to me. Stand 1, very nice. For the jet time, we don't use jet bridge, we'll use the stairs for exiting the airplane. No jet bridge today, please. Right, position, brake set, APU, generators set, APU bleed set, engines off, and seatbelt signs off. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to London Gatwick. Local time right now is approximately 1:45 and temperature outside right now 11 degrees centigrade. Thank you for flying with jet time, operated on Norwegian, and we hope to see you again in the very near future. Safe journey, cabin crew, this on doors and cross check please. Thank you for flying with us today. Cool, so we're going to get the ground vehicles into play. So menu, FS actions, ground services, chocks in position. We won't use GPU for sake of replay. That can sometimes cause problems with the aircraft. Request the stairs. the stairs. Bear with it. It'll catch up. Then again, we have got a replay, so don't get it there just yet if you want to see the replay of his landing, if we can get that part. Yes, GSX as well. That's also going to be another game changer for this when it comes to ground surface in sim. Hopefully, you've animated passengers like they did with V2. Well, sorry, GSX Level 2, I think they call it. That'll be soon as well. We'll do a very quick replay, and then we'll get ourselves out of there. Stairs will move to position, that's fine. So what lights are left on? Sorry, left on the... All lights are off. I'm not sure what that light is then supposed to be. Is that a reflection perhaps? Yeah, sun reflection, not stairs. Can't do the connecting. The stairs too, that's fine, right. Stairs are arriving. There you have it. That is the fire right there. So really good trip that. Really enjoyed it. Okay, I'm going to look into Gatwick frame rates again. To get the same. Forget this problem in Gatwick. It'll be even worse at Heathrow. If we do KLM to Heathrow, that's going to be even worse. So there's work to be done. Work firstly to be done. Right, so we have one last screenshots. End the flight. So menu. End the flight for the stats. So GO 370-3700 from Helsinki to Gatwick, 2 hour 54 flight time and departure. Tourists behind, arrived about 10 minutes late, but hey. 160 passengers, saturated 91, 301 landing, block time 3 hours and 11. Overall, really good positive from the passengers, no real complaints, everything went well. I'll drop the flight report in chat for those who want to read it in detail. What we're going to do quickly is we're going to quickly get rid of the ground vehicles now because that's going to cause the replays to show doors open. Those on the flight reports, this here is the reports for the flights, and all that's left for me to do, this ends my video as well very much, is load up a replay. So nice and quickly, you've got 3 minutes to do some replays. Provided it works, give it a sec to catch up. Still prefer stairs, but average windows are still okay. Here we go. Okay, so replays do work, they just take a second to load. Just bear with it. Just trying its best, okay? Here we go. Okay, same as the MD-82, there's a random clicking noise from somewhere. Can't quite figure out where from, but actual replay moves, so there you go. Operations to Gatwick. Nice and steady. Okay, the frame rate played a big part of that, I think. Actually, I think the frame rate's even smoother than the actual flight itself. Same from the left-hand side, so behind the wing. Okay, the animations for the flaps are going to go down. The flaps were down, but not for the replay. Good. One last view for external, because that's all I've got time for, I'm afraid. course, take your time. Right, Drawyah comes off. City airplane 300 feet in the air. And let's have a look from the bring it a little bit further back. There you go. Short final in the 737. A little bit bouncy there, but hang on. You do that in slow motion, actually. Go on then. Slow motion, half speed. Let's have a look at that again. So coming in, nice and steady. Okay, just look at the ground. Look at the ground effects when we make that first contact. Yeah, need a bit of work on landing, but hey, my very first attempt landing on this platform, it was going to be a sight. So yeah, I think because of the lag and the frame rate, replay's a little bit off. So yeah, fair enough. It's all falling apart now. Yeah, so that was the PMDG 700 from Helsinki Vantaa to London Gatwick. I like this airplane. It's new. There's a lot to enjoy. Yes, that was passenger clapping. Rick, that was part of this one, FS Realistic. Yeah, I enjoyed that. Some quirks, some practice, but overall really, really good. So yeah, I've got to go ahead and my way to work, so I need to leave pretty much now. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Leave a like if you did. Do subscribe to this already. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you soon for some more flights in action. I love this aircraft. I can't wait to find more of it, hopefully in better frame rates. Take care, have a good one, and I'll see you soon. Bye bye.